You're watching TigerVision presented by Conley Buick GMC. TigerVision is made possible in part by Conley Buick GMC, Arctic Air Plumbing and Electrical Services, Apex, Clicking Spree, DeVito's Auto Repair and Tire Service, Drug-Free Manatee, Garrett Richard, Minnesota Pools, the Manatee County Fair, North River Prevention Partners, Obie's Best Fresh Veg, the Prosperity Group, Richardson Stinson Roofing, Superior Asphalt, and WB3 Legacy of the P. Stay tuned, TigerVision will continue live after these messages.
Hello, I'm Scott Whitaker with Arctic Air Services. We started our business from the ground up and grew it based on the service end of the industry. We own over 50 vehicles, which we depend on every day to make our business run smoothly. We know the value and importance of offering great production and excellent service. That's why we choose Conley Buick GMC, because they provide us with the best cars and trucks and have a service department second to none. Next time you're in the market for a vehicle, I highly recommend Conley Buick GMC, where they'll treat you like family.
Hey everybody, Ted here at Conley Subaru. And our deals are so hot, we had to bring in our local fire department just to keep things under control. Actually, while we wait for our contractor to arrive, the always community-minded Conley family has donated the use of our old facility for some specialized training. Follow the excitement on Facebook, Instagram, or at conleysubaru.com. Conley Subaru, where we really do treat you like family.
High school football state championship.
We are live, all the way live. Just forget about your troubles and your 9 to 5. Welcome to homecoming night here at Palmetto High School. And with that in mind, we're going to have some fun with extra fun tonight with this special retro night broadcast of TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC. Our great pregame sponsor, Manatee County Fair. They have right now currently the flavor of our fairs going on at the fairgrounds right now. There's 6 fair vendors. They've got pizza, funnel cakes, fried grouper, all that wonderful fair food that'll get your mind right. And it's going on this and next weekend at the Manatee County Fairgrounds here in Palmetto, Friday and Saturday, 11 through 8 p.m., Sunday, 11 a.m. through 7 p.m. But as for tonight, we've got great Palmetto High football for you here, as the undefeated Charlotte Tarpons have traveled up Florida Suncoast and arrived here at Harley Stadium to square off against the Palmetto Tigers. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brian Varnador, and I'm joined tonight by my broadcast partners, Ken Burton Jr., and we think Tom Porter will be here with the Arctic Air Sideline Report, and our statistician, Mr. Troy Bellany. Tiger fans, if you haven't already done so, please click on like and then subscribe to our channel so that you can stay current on all Palmetto Tigers football. With that, I'm going to turn over to my broadcast partner, Mr. Ken Burton Jr., for his thoughts. Ken.
All right. Thank you, Brian, and good evening, everybody. And you made me all hungry with that fair food announcing all that stuff. Thank you, Danny Alfonso, for making me hungry here. But first of all, I want to talk about the Charlotte fighting Tarpons, and then the keys to the Tigers game tonight, what they need to do to come out with a W. First of all, the Charlotte Tarpons come in here with a 4-1 record with only one common opponent, with the Tigers being Braden River, whom they beat 35-21 at Braden River, and then 2 weeks later we go to Braden River and lose 34-20. The two differences in the 2020 version of the Tarpons is we will not be seeing the wing T offense that Charlotte is known for running, and that is because they have, for the first time in over 2 decades, Binky Waldrop will not be roaming the sidelines. He was the head coach there 22 years and longtime assistant and former Tarpon player, longtime. Wade Taylor took over the duties this year. And Brian, the guys were just getting that wing tee down. They've been playing it because we've seen it so much. Dave Marino is 3-3 all time against him. He's won the last 3 in a row, and it's 2-1 against him right here at Harley Stadium. Last year we won on the road 34-0 and then crushed them 62-15, our last win of the year before falling to Miami Central in the state semis.
And at the captain of tonight's game for the Tigers is number 71, Giuliano Chatilla. He's 6'3", 300-pound senior center on the offensive line. Back to you, Ken.
The keys tonight for the Tigers, they need to play as a team. They need to play, Brian, a complete game tonight. They need to have a better start to the second half. If you remove the third quarter starts from Braden River and Manatee, our Tigers would be 4-0. They need to win on special teams. They need to rebound after a tough outing against Manatee. Dave Marino's teams are always very well known for playing excellent special teams. Defense, the key tonight is to get on that quarterback, John Busha. He has more rushing yards than Sagel Hickson, and he has more passing yards than Josh Siplin. He makes them go. Just ask Braden River. He put up over 300 yards by himself. Offense tonight, we need to pick up where we left off last week and with continued improvement with our wide receivers.
Yeah, great points there, Ken. You know what we've seen out of John, it's B-U-S-H-A, but they pronounce it Boucher there, and he's a senior, and what we've seen, he's 205 pounds. He's an excellent runner. Looking before the game, it looks like he's got excellent arm talent out there. He's able to run inside. He's able to execute all the plays that you need. He's very effective running the option, loves to keep the ball, and at 200 pounds, very effective. He's a little bit quicker than he looks at 6'2", 200 or 205. And then he's got some outstanding running backs out there. And I was very impressed with what I've seen here out of the Charlotte Fighting Tarpons. Now, here on the sun coast of Florida, you know, we got a lot of great logos, Ken, and one of my favorite is the old Charlotte Fighting Tarpon. You know, he's got the boxing gloves, and he's a tarpon, and he's got the sailor's beanie cap on there, and
don't they have their field? They have a special name for.
The fishbowl.
The fishbowl. Yeah,
right?
How appropriate. Yes.
So the Tigers come out, and they've got those beautiful Nike red uniforms on. Very clear to see the numbers tonight. They come through the smoke. 12 minutes on the clock here with a lot of anticipation on this game. Tigers really need to come out and make some adjustments and fix something. And one thing we have seen here is the freshman, number 40 for Palmetto, is Joden Gallarado. He is only a freshman out here kicking at the varsity level, and it'll be interesting to see some of the changes that have been made here on special teams.
Yes, I actually held some balls for him warming up, and he hits the ball really good, and it's just amazing. Coach Robbie's only had him here for a couple of weeks. Lots of upside for the young man.
And they're getting ready to kick this one away. Palmetto Tigers are taking the field and got one single returner back there as Gerardo is ready to approach the ball. Remember, folks, get a kick out of good service with our friends at DeVito's Auto, located in Ellington.
Again, we're looking for a better effort out of our special teams tonight, covering these kicks.
And there's the kick. It's a high kick. It's going to drive down there to about the 6-yard line. Returner runs up the middle of the field looking for a crease, breaks the tackle. He's got the edge out there. Being chased over there by L.J. Hewitt, makes the tackle, but at the 43-yard line. So the Tarpons there, number 24 on the return is Brian Augustin there, the sophomore, with a great return.
Yeah, you might remember last week against Manatee, L.J. saved a similar on the close side here of the field, a similar kickoff. It looked like one of our players had him right where he needed to be and just missed the tackle. So great field position for Charlotte, unfortunately.
So that'll be 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 43-yard line. And here's the snap to Bush. And he looks. He throws the long ball down the sideline. Good coverage over there, and that one is thrown out of bounds.
Busha coming in tonight, 51 of 89, 586 yards, 7 TDs, 2 interceptions. He makes them go. He's their leading rusher, and of course, they throw the ball quite a bit this year.
All right, Boucher looks over the field, 2nd and 10 here, 11:41 on the clock. He's got 2 receivers on both sides of the formation. Chance Zipper rolls over there to cover the slot receiver, moves back in motion. He's running left to right. He fakes a handoff, keeps it, runs inside. Good run. Stop there by the Tigers. Goes for about a 2.5, 3-yard gain.
Boucher's also their leading rusher, 71 attempts coming in tonight, 408 yards, and you compare that to Josh Siplin there, just about, he's got him by about 50 yards. And he's the quarterback.
So here, 3rd and 7 for the Tarpons, 11:14 on the clock. They've got the ball on their own 46. Boucher looks things over. He's got 2 receivers out there left, 1 single out here. L.J. Hewitt dropping off in coverage over here to the right, but he looks to the left and he throws it out there. He's got a receiver, overthrows it, so that'll be a punting situation for the Tarpons. That's a really sound defensive series for the Tigers.
Yes, it's always good to start a game with 3 and out. Boucher had a receiver just overthrow him, but a good pass rush and good coverage, and we get the 3 and out. Off to a great start.
So going back to punt, this one is Tyler Amaral back there, and back there to return the park is Jaquez Hughes for the Tigers. Long snapper Logan Copeland. He fires that one back there. Good snap. Jalen Wester very close, and then it is going to be returned here by Jaquez Hughes. Fakes out a defender, still going, and he will be tackled out of bounds. Nice return on the play. Looks like he's going to start at about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, it looked very evident. I was watching for a fake because it looked like he was only about 10 or 11 yards back. Obviously too early in the game to do that, and it looked like Brian, he did not want to kick it to Jaquez, and Jaquez got a nice little bounce there and was able to get a manageable return there.
10:44 on the clock. Palmetto Tigers opening series. That will be 3 receivers wide here to the left, 1 single out there to the right. Siplin's in the back, filled back there. Awaits the snap. Sends Sajel Hickson in motion. Look for the arrow route, but he runs the option out there, and that's going to be Benson. And he's got a nice crease, runs for a nice gain of about 6 on the play.
Great job with the line breaking out. Like the call to start the game, and everybody thinks it's going to be Sajel since he's our go-to guy. But, yeah, Benson with a nice run, and we're nice 2nd and 4.
Now Siplin looks things over. Really good situation here. About everything in the bag offensively on this play. Siplin rolls. He runs it out there. It's an option and it's pitched out there. Gain of about half a yard on the play. Bring up a 3rd and about 1.5 yards.
Yeah, it looks like Sajel might have missed the block, or he just was looking for somebody else. And but because we were in a 2nd and short, it's going to be a manageable 3rd and 2.
Charlotte being very disciplined there. Siplin tried to draw him sides with the hard count there. Now he has two receivers on both sides of the formation. Sajel Hickson out there in the slot. He throws it out there to Hickson, and he's got to lower his head and does for the first down.
And that's what you do. You get your best back. You get him in space. Give him the ball. Let him be the leader there. Move the chains, and first down Tigers.
9:28 on the clock. And the Palmetto offensive tackle comes out of his stance. So that's going to be a false start on the Tigers, so it'll be a 1st and 15.
We'll see what they dial up behind the sticks here to start this series.
Palmetto not in a hurry. 9 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter. Game's tied up at 0-0. Zorian gathers out here wide to the left side. Two receivers out there to the right. Siplin takes it option. He has it out there to Benson, looking for a block out there. Gets a nice gain on the play of about 7. So that'll bring up now a 2nd and 7.
They got all the yardage back there. And when you get a good run like that, that means your wide receivers out there are blocking somebody. Great job, guys.
Tigers looking good here on offense. 3 offensive receivers out there with 2 in coverage. That's kind of interesting on the left-hand side of the formation. Siplin now looking over, and he has Benson in the backfield with him. Easy one would be just to flip it out there to the right. He looks, he flips it out there to Sajel Hickson, and he makes a player miss, and he goes for the first down. Ball's out. So the referee comes in there,
Let's see what he.
and it's going to be Charlotte Tarpons' ball.
Hickson's nice catch and run inside.
So after a first
that
down
way with the
gain on the play, you're going to see
Tigers.
very close.
And Brian, you called it there, a 3-on-2 out there, and get it again to Sajel. And he did this last week, just trying to do a little bit too much, and looks like it still looks like he had it there.
Looked like it might have been shuffling around as he made it to the ground. But that'll be a 1st and 10 for the Tarpons. Ball's right at midfield.
Ground can't cause a fumble.
8:10 on the clock. Palmetto Tigers jumped encroachment, so that's going to be a 1st and 5. So really good position now for the Tarpons. They've got the ball at the Palmetto Tiger 45.
Cedric Augustine coming out of his defensive position. He has really come on here, a 10th grader, 5'11", 220.
Moving things over. They like to do a little shuttle pass off there. There's Big Boucher running, but Jalen Wester with the answer. You know, we saw Boucher get a lot of yards running on that particular play right there, but Jalen Wester shoots a gap, makes a play.
I'm sure they probably have Jalen spying him because he is about 80% of their offense. So we keep him contained. We will have a good shot at winning this game tonight.
7:40 on the clock. 2nd and 4. Boucher looks things over. Hands it off the back. They're going power this side of the formation, and coming up hard there is number 6 for the Tigers, and that is Jamal Williams. Plays a lot of running back, but he's coming up there and making a tackle.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be in a 3rd and short. They're going to try to do a hurry up here, Brian.
So Isaac White's in the backfield back there with Boucher. 2 receivers out there. This is a totally different look for the Charlotte Tarpons over the years. A formation that was rarely seen. And they get the Tigers to jump offside, so that's going to be a 1st down. So encroachment on the Tigers. And that'll bring up a 1st and 10.
Those have to give Coach Brazelton a little bit of a headache when you know you can stop them and get the ball back, and this should jump offside. So fresh set of downs for the Tarpons as they're moving.
So they've got the ball, looks like about the 36-yard line. Les Hewitt comes up here in press coverage, now bails, and they run it this side, and that's going to be Wester again stepping up there. Wester and Renard, Jordan Renard, number 9, 255-pound sophomore.
Yeah, coming through, they just shut everything down. And we had those boys Tuesday night coaches shows. Great young men.
He is a big dude, too.
He is.
As a sophomore at 255 and 6'3".
Big boy, very athletic.
Very quick. And they run the option this side. Boucher waits and throws it out there very late and coming up to make a tackle. Ball's on the ground, but it's out of bounds. Would have been number 20, and that's Sheldrick Simpson again making a play over there.
And we had him Tuesday night, another newcomer to the Tiger defense, just coming out of nowhere making plays. Had a big interception last week, Manatee, to kept the game from being a rout.
5:41 on the clock. 3rd and 6 for the Tarpons. Really nice looking receiver over here. Number 15 is Niku Graham, the senior out there. Boucher awaits, trying to get those Tigers to jump. This time they stay home. Boucher keeps it, runs, and he's going to be short of the first down. Really good play by Jordan Renard pulling to making the tackle.
Yes, let's try to pick him up here with the telestrator.
And a 4th down, they're going to go for it.
There, good job. They're going to hurry up.
Probably going to draw those Tigers, try to draw them across that line of scrimmage. Boucher looks. Ball's at the 33-yard line. And they're looking to pass. He throws it out there, and it's a wide-open receiver, middle of the field. Big hit by Jacquez Hughes, but he's down at the 7-yard or 6-yard line.
Number 24.
Nice call by the Tarpons. Receiver running right there in between the zone there. Nice pitch and catch, move the chains. Really like this quarterback.
Yeah, he looks good. 4 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock here.
Hey guys, Brian Moore here with 662 Customs. Super excited to show you this truck we just finished today. This is our new 2020 2500 AT4. We did the paint to match grill and grill surround. We did the paint to match emblems, paint to match hooks around with the red hooks. Follow me around here. We did the paint to match fender flares and amber lights. Moving down, we did the 4-play FP70s wrapped in Toyo Open Country MTs on 35. We did the zone 5-inch lift. We also blacked out all the emblems and the AT4 badging around. We put amp research.
Tarpons here in the red zone. Boucher. And he looks, throws it out there. Single coverage out there. Sheldrick Simpson. Ball is incomplete, and there's a flag on the play. So that's going to be an interference on the Tigers over there. Really not a bad call because you've got the ball down there at the, 6? And so
half the distance probably.
Half the distance.
And get it to the 3. So it's like basically a 3-yard run. We can watch this again, Arctic Air replay. Yeah, he's just holding on.
Really made a good play at the end, but yeah, had a hold of him a little bit early on that. So
kind of had his arms around his waist, and the guy with the ref was right there.
But it's 3rd and 3. Time for those Tigers. Ball's at the 3. In the red zone for the Tarpons. Boucher in no hurry. Looks things over.
Look for Boucher to run this. He's had 7 rushing touchdowns to date this year.
He likes to run to the slot backside also, but this time they run the ball to the slot backside with the back, and he is in for 6.
And I was completely wrong on that one, and good call by the Tarpons. And they score first. We will not see them in the playoffs, neither them or Port Charlotte elected to play in the postseason. So this is their one shot for redemption on us last year. And they're off to a great start.
Keon Jones with the touchdown play, picked that up on the replay. Now the kicker is ready to approach this one. That's Tyler Amaral waits, and Boucher's back there. Gets a nice – Palmetto Tigers are offsides. So we had a whistle. And you're going to have a false start on the Tarpons. So
That's going to back them up 5 yards.
no pain there. So that backs them up 5 yards for the extra point. Really won't make a difference from that distance.
It shouldn't. It just goes from a 20 to a 25-yard extra point.
And we've seen this long snapper, Logan Copeland, number 53. He's a sophomore out there. He's excellent. He's snapping that one back to Boucher. And then the kick by Tyler Amaral is up, and it is good. So with 4 minutes and 17 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, the Palmetto Tigers are trailing in this one.
Yes, and defense didn't play too bad. The penalties kind of helped keep the drive going, and they're trying to keep Boucher honest. They've got to respect him running the option as well as throwing. He's everything that he's been billed for. We saw him last year. They make some adjustments here on the sideline. Let's see what our kickoff return team can do to get the Tigers off to some great field position as they start their second possession.
Yeah, really look to have a great return. One of the things that happened earlier in the season with Jaquez Hughes back there along with Sajel Hickson returning, we had a opening of the second half, one of the games where Jaquez Hughes took it on a house call, and he's very capable of making the big returns. So he's back there with Sajel Hickson. You know, in the game also, they have an effective pooch short kicking game, and if so, they're going to be pooching that one probably to Benson over there, number 15, Cleve Benson. So watch that on that side of the formation. Left-footed kicker, right-footed kicker, and look out for the pooch kick here. Pretty good depth on this one. So Amaral approaches, get a kick out, a good service with our friends at DeVito's Auto, located in Ellington. Low driving kick, and Sajel Hickson's trying to pick it up, and he gets it. Hughes with a block, and Sajel Hickson is down at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like he was going to go off to the races, Brian, and somebody just happened to trip him up, and looks like he was heading to great field position, but we start on the 20. It's basically no difference than kicking it off into the end zone.
So offensive coordinator Ty Stolt up there dialing him up. You know, one thing that we've seen over the years, he can absolutely dial up some great plays. Yes. And Josh Siplin, you know, who is a senior but very limited football experience, but he has the look, passes the eye test, 6'4", 205 pounds, 3 receivers on the right. Sajel Hickson is the slot back out there. Now they come across in motion, and they throw it down there, wide open receiver, and he overthrew the receiver, and that one was out the back. That was number 13, Quay Smith.
Quay Smith just running a fly route down the field, and Josh, nice pass, just led him just a little much, but he would have been off to the races with a catch there.
Yeah, what you got over there, you had the single safety got occupied with all the eye candy over here to the left, and right a post there, and really that's one. Safety's out of the play. You want to put a little air under that one. 4:06 on the clock. Pitch out there, and Sajel Hickson has nowhere to go, so he's going to be stopped at the 20.
Great job there by number 20, Chris McNeely, the outside linebacker, a 10th grader. Good read there on Sajel for a short gain. Puts us in a 3rd and long.
3rd and 10. There's that single safety back there. Now Zorian Gathers is over on this side of the formation, and then 3 receivers out there to the right. So you may possibly see something with Gathers to the left side of the formation, middle of the field. Now they throw the little middle screen out there, and that's Sajel Hickson. And he's going to be tackled right at the 30-yard line. Very, very close.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get a good spot there. Coach Brazelton was lobbying real hard. Looks like they jumped the snap, but nice move there by Sajel.
And really a good spot.
We got a good spot. Yeah, it looked like it was going to be pretty close.
Yeah, it looked like he was about a half a yard short. Got a fortunate spot on the play, but, you know, the Tigers could use a couple breaks here, and so we get one tonight. The first down, 3 minutes and 23 seconds on the clock.
It's homecoming this week.
That's right. You know, usually we see Larry Ritchie around here on homecoming.
All the old alumni, the people we went to school with, and some of our teachers.
So we miss them.
So instead, they're putting pictures of you and I up there they found an annual somewhere.
3 minutes on the clock, and running inside is Hickson. He's trying to keep his Siplin trying to keep his knees off the ground there. Goes for no gain, 2nd and 10.
Looks like he had made a good move. Linebacker held on for dear life with the good stop.
2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Ball's on the 30. 2 receivers both sides of the formation. Benson in the backfield. Hands off, running hard, goes for a gain of about 5. So Cleve Benson with a nice gain there. 2 minutes and 27 seconds on the clock here in this first quarter. They get him. You know, one thing we've seen recently is you can jump off and go back, and we haven't seen that called like it has been in the past here in high school football. Siplin throws it out there. There's an easy route out there. Nice completion there. And he is out for the first down, and that was Xavier Houston. Really an easy route.
Easy route, good pitch and catch. Houston really had a big game last week against Manatee. He's a bright future ahead of him for the Tigers.
And I like what Ty Stoll is looking at there. You're going to run some easy outs out there, easy outs. You got a single safety out there, and eventually you want to open that one up.
That's right.
Get everybody flowing to the outside and hit them down the middle. There may have been a face mask there. Sajel Hickson goes for about a 3-yard gain on the play.
And if we can continue to run the ball straight up the middle, up the gut like this, it's going to really open the passing game up here, setting things up.
So it's a 2nd and 6. He picked up 4 on that one. Palmetto looks things over. 1:35 on the clock here.
This is a mismatch right here.
Sajel Hickson in the backfield, runs the option, turns it up, spins into a tackler, and it's going to be a loss on the play, so it's bring up about a 3rd and 9. Now that option pitch there, you run that, and then that's when the middle of the field, the quarterback is
yes.
You need to get a block on the backside, drop the quarterback back, and then the middle of the field does open up.
Wide open. I think that was actually a first loss on a running play of substantial amount of yardage, so it puts them in a 3rd and about 6 or 7 here.
Safety's creeping over there to the eye candy. You got Zorian. Gathers over here to the left. This time he's looking down the middle of the field, throws it up there, too high, wide open receiver, so that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Intended for number 11, Zorian Gathers.
So really,
when you overthrow Zorian, you're overthrowing. I mean,
yeah,
6'4".
Zorian's about 6'4". He's like a basketball player. One of the guys. He's got like a 6'7" reach. Long arms, and it's I'd like to have him out there as a receiver. Big range. And there is a short kick, and don't
let it bounce.
Let it go. Good job there, and it is going to be down at the 15-yard line.
Very effective.
Down there by number 13, Quay Smith.
And Charlotte will begin
so with 30 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter, really the offense left a lot on the table on that possession. There was some stuff out there, but just failed to make the connections, and so stalled. But we'll see as the game progresses here if they'll work that out. One thing they did last week in the fourth quarter, they finally worked it out and it started to click. And but the impressive part of the Palmetto group last week was the defensive play.
Yes, absolutely, Brian. We're going to call on them again here.
Oh, a little stacked twin formation over here to the right. And he looks and throws back to that. Really good play by the defense, tripping him up back there. But great job by L.J. Hewitt back here. And what they try to do with that little stacked coverage over there to the right, they'll get you lost. And then you can hit the big ball right down the sideline. But good job by L.J. Hewitt there.
Yes, great coverage by the 6'3" corner. Good pressure to make Boucher look down option 1 and 2, and then he had to run, and there was nowhere to go.
And that's the close of the first quarter with the Palmetto Tigers trailing this one. Charlotte Tarpons 7, Palmetto Tigers 0.
It's a record of accomplishment few can match. Vern Buchanan is rated one of the most effective and bipartisan members of Congress. 22 bills signed into law under 3 presidents from both parties. Bills protecting veterans, strengthening Medicare, safeguarding the environment, even preventing cruelty to animals. No matter the issue or the odds, Vern Buchanan gets the job done for Florida and America.
I'm Vern Buchanan, and I approve this message.
Jalen Wester comes up at the line of scrimmage, then falls back into coverage. Boucher hands the ball off, fakes the handoff. Now he throws it late out there to the back. Great catch, but stumbles for a gain of about 3 on the play. They'll bring up about a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, nice piston catch to number 22, Justin Pagan. Oh, we got a penalty.
So let's see. Yeah, they're going to sort this one out. I didn't really see what was going on with the penalty there.
Personal foul or something.
Looks like a personal foul
Something
against
like
the
that.
Tigers. So the Tigers really shooting themselves in the foot in this game with penalties. And now this big personal foul. 11:27 on the clock. They're going to mark this one off, and he should walk this one about to the 36.5, and there it is. So they got really good field position here. So 11:27 on the clock. Boucher looks over here, and he's got a nice receiver out here. We talked about him earlier, and that's Naquan Graham out there. And in the slot over there, very hard to see the number over there, but I believe that is Keon Jones, the wide receiver out there, number 8, with his jersey tucked up there real tight. And Boucher awaits the snap. Over here in coverage is Sheldrick Simpson. So waiting to whistle this one live. There we go. Boucher, 2 receivers on both sides of the formation. 11:45 on the clock. Looking things over. Palmetto's defense. He throws it, single coverage down the sideline, wide open receiver, drops it. Gets behind L.J. Hewitt, had the ball on the 30, and just dropped it. Very fortunate break for the Tigers.
Yeah, they're just airing the ball out against our defense and threw it out of bounds.
Really, Naquan Graham out there got behind the defense, and that was a big one here. So stops the clock, 11:34. Charlotte over here with the Graham over here wide. Slot receiver, and then one single out there to the right. Boucher rolls. Looks like he's going to run. Look at Jalen Wester coming up there on that play, but that looks like they had a little false start there, Ken.
Yes, they've been pretty close all night, and finally going to flag them for it. So that's going to drop them back to 2nd and 15.
And then after the play back here, Sheldrick Simpson and then Graham over there, dead ball, and there's going to be a personal foul. I don't know if it's going to be offsetting.
Let's see what we got here. Here's the
personal foul on the Tigers. So there's your offsetting penalty. So we should have had a false start here, right?
Yes, he signaled that first.
So we got that.
So they'll mark that back 5 yards and 2nd and 15, right?
Yeah, good job by the crew out there. They got, it looked like they did that one perfectly out there. We've seen some we're pretty good officiating tonight.
So far, yes. You can tell they're a good officiating crew when they're not part of the game. Just let the kids play.
So that brings up a 2nd and 15 out here. Chance Zipper is covering the slot receiver out here. And Sheldrick Simpson is in a bit of a bail coverage here. He bails down the sideline. Boucher looks. Now he throws it down the right sideline. Jacquez Hughes over there. Great shape. So incomplete pass. 3rd and 15. 11:22 on the clock.
Jaquez Hughes is covering a lot of ground. He's coming from his safety position all the way across the field there to help out with the coverage there. Great job.
Ken, I think you and I both would like to run like that just once.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I'm jealous. He can move.
Yeah, and that's why I really believe that Jaquez Hughes is probably one of the best cover corners.
Oh yeah,
around.
absolutely.
But he's so efficient back there at safety, and if you're going to do have a single safety back out there, you need to have a tremendous athlete back there, which he is. That brings up a 3rd and 15. Shea looks, rolls over here, being chased, squares up, makes a nice throw to the sideline, incomplete though, and that'll bring up a punting situation. Zipper and good, Chance Zipper is a shocking story, Ken.
Yes, and we knew he was related to some people we knew, and it was Tom Winter, who grew up in Palmetto, the Seahorse, and parents there, and they lived on in the bed and breakfast.
That's right.
And they had the
parent Scarlett.
Scarlett,
sure,
yes.
Sure.
Go and talk to Scarlett. He's only played football for 3 or 4 weeks, and has had to learn all this. Done an amazing job.
Here's a kick.
Block
it's partially blocked there.
Get away from it. Get away from it.
Get on it. Oh, my goodness.
That's not
here.
good. That's not
so
good.
So that is going to be recovered miraculously by the Tigers there. And that, again, that was L.J. Hewitt scrambling back there to pick that one up. And it looked like the ball was partially blocked there, Ken.
Yes. As I said earlier, I think he had lined up the first time only about 10 or 11 yards, and we don't have the replay here. And somebody, they put pressure on him, and looks like somebody got a hand on it, and then we almost gave it back to him, trying to get away from the ball.
So Siplin's going to have Benson out in the backfield with him this time, and this time wide to the right is Zakidri Rutledge out here. And then we've got Quay Smith, number 13, in the slot. And Sajel Hickson, this one looks like he fakes it to him, then throws it underneath, and it's a gain of only 1 on the play, and that one was complete to Quay Smith, but really a gain of about 2.
Gain of 2. Had to go to his second option there. Really not a lot developing, but still managed the 2-yard gain.
Eric Brust is out here playing right tackle tonight. We've seen a lot of changes with the offensive line for the Palmetto Tigers this year, but Brust has been very solid out there. And 10 minutes and 31 seconds on the clock, 2nd and 7. This time he looks, throws a rip down there to Sajel Hickson, makes a guy miss, still going.
There he goes.
At the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown, Sajel Hickson.
And that's the Sajel Hickson we know. That play was not developing, and he looked like he had lost his balance, but he kept going this route right here, and then he runs behind the linebacker. And then he is off to the races with that cut and a couple missed blocks.
And look how he switched the ball over there in the middle of the field, switches it from the right hand to the left hand, and he is a natural. So Sajel Hickson, he had 144 yards rushing last week, big week last week, and he is a great receiver out of the backfield. Gerardo waits. The placement there by Siplin. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:16 on the clock, Palmetto Tigers and the Charlotte Tarpons are locked up here at 7.
Got us a ball game. Little Caesars for the pizza. Great job. And then Shelley with the cookies tonight. The guys look forward to that. To having some food here for the game.
And there's old Garrett Richard, owned by the Varnador guys. Jordan and Brian, workers' comp, payroll here located in Palmetto. And, we got a lot of great sponsors, sponsors like Prosperity Group with Greg Ellie. And, I love his mymoneyissafe.com website there. And
City Fitness Gym.
Brand
new this year.
Got a little story on City Fitness Gym we'll talk about here since it's a community broadcast. We'll have some fun with that tonight. But Gerardo goes to kick this one and get a kick out of great service from our friends at DeVito's Auto located in Ellington, Florida. Who do we have back there to return that, Ken?
2.
Looks like number 2.
2 or
back
12. Oh, we got a flag. Must have been offsides.
there. Probably offsides on the Tigers.
Penalty on the kickoff. Looks like an offsides against
Yeah,
the
you know, one
Tigers.
thing, Ken, we're going to do a lot of community stuff when we talk here. Retro night. You know,
Yes.
it's a free broadcast out there. You and I have known each other since we were, children.
Little kids, yeah.
And we love this community. We love the city of Palmetto. You know, like we say, one town, one team. And it's just fun to be here on Retro Night, here on Homecoming at Harley. Get a kick out of good service with our friends at DeVito's Auto. Joden Gallarado approaches the ball. Drives a low kick. It's going to be a squib kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 13-yard line, trying to catch the edge, cuts it to the middle of the field. Big hit there by Jacquez Hughes.
Now,
You can read with the return.
he's
Gets it out past the
185
30-yard line.
pounds, and
Tarpons
he just
take over, tackle on that.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care, yeah. Great
That's
coverage
huge.
this time. You want to keep him inside the 30. Jacquez is going to jump up here, right there. And
Yeah, that's
taking him on there and making that tackle.
big speed there. And there he is going back to his single, he's back there as a single safety.
Playing center field.
Palmetto rolls up with 4. And kind of a 4-4 look. And I like that against a running team. Makes it difficult. But he breaks it out there, and that's going to be Boucher. And he stiff arms. Oh, and there is a late hit on the Tigers, and that's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Is that from the spot, too?
Yes.
Okay, wow, that's going to be like a 20, 25-yard gain. Personal foul.
So that's a big one. And it was clear that Boucher was out of bounds on that one. So, Palmetto, that's 2 personal foul. That's 30 yards, and then there's been 3 or 4
Encroachments.
So that's half a football field in penalties here.
And you're not helping yourself out.
Yeah, we're only in the second quarter.
Yes, exactly.
So, yeah, that's giving up a lot of field position of the Tigers.
Yeah, they're on our side of the field because of that.
Yeah, they got the ball here at the 44-yard line. Does Boucher looks over? Sheldrick Simpson's out here with in coverage, wide receiver. Look for the little. He fakes it, and then he's going forward. Strong run there for the first down. He's very adept at that, and when they have that option look, he's good at that. And they also like to throw the little Utah pass there to the slot back coming across as another option off of that play. Really good play calling there. 1st and 10.
And a great signal caller making the plays there.
And he's great with the hands and the handoffs and the fakes, and he's got a good arm, and he's a big kid. He can run heavy. He could go back there in the single wing and run it because he's big. And, big hit by Jalen Wester. Big baby.
Jalen Wester, my goodness.
Comes up and the tackle for
right
about
there.
a 3-yard loss.
Boom, lowers the boom. And he's just a mild, meek young man when he comes to the coach's show.
I love that kid.
He is
love that young man.
He is a different player on the field. He's there with those pink socks on for the month of October.
He's a fine Christian young man.
Yes, he
Monday
is.
through Friday and Sunday, or Monday through Thursday and Saturday and Sunday. But Friday nights, he lights it up.
He is a linebacker.
He is a linebacker, is Jalen Wester. 8:44 on the clock. And there's movement along the line, so that'll back him up, and that will make this, instead of a 2nd and 13, it's going to be a 2nd and 18 for the Tarpons.
And one thing about our defense against their offense this matchup tonight, they have both hurt themselves with these penalties tonight. Either they're offsides or there's late hits. So it's been interesting with this particular matchup.
Big John Gamble is out here wide, really tall receiver out here.
6'6" sophomore.
6'6" sophomore out here on the boundary, straddling that 40-yard line. Sheldrick Simpson probably gives up,
Let's see.
6 inches on that. in coverage. But you know what? Sheldrick Simpson has shown that he can play. So we've got a water break here with 8:09 and 7s on the clock for both teams. Second 25 here for the Tarpons. We got that stacked formation over here. Now we're going to have a timeout out of the water break, so that's going to be a timeout for the Tarpons, and that's very unexpected coming out of the water break timeout there, Ken.
I think it was a little premature. I think there must have been an official's timeout before that because there's still 7:43 on the clock. They could have been a water break.
But
it looks like they're doing one. Our defense is taking advantage of it here.
Okay.
Second and 25.
Yeah, I think they came out of that with the timeout, out of the water break. Very unusual.
Yes.
And second and 25. The ball's on the 40. Actually, it is on the 44-yard line here.
Yeah, when you're in a second and 25, you need to get your players and let's get a game plan here. And how can we make these yards up to keep this drive alive?
You know, I really worried about the big 6'6" receiver over here with one trailing here in a little tight formation. And this time Boucher keeps it, and he goes for a gain of about 9 on the play, but it's third and a long way to go here as they move the marker. It's going to be about 3rd and 15.
Yeah, against Braden River, he rushed the ball for 22 times for 167 yards, scoring 3 touchdowns. He is a threat to run that ball.
And that's one of those assignment things that goes back old school, about like the old wishbone quarterbacks.
Absolutely.
Everybody, you've got the quarterback, the DM's got the, which is, you really have to focus on your assignments tonight. Now Boucher looks, he's rolling to the left, throws the ball down the sideline, and it's going to be picked off. Great play by Sheldon Simpson. And he's looking for a block out there, turns it up, gets a block by Wester, returns it to the 26-yard line, and I think Jalen looks like he's got a little knee issue over there.
First down, Tigers.
Let's pray for Jalen. So first down for the Tigers. Great interception by Sheldrick Simpson, and Jalen's working that one out. Looked like he picked up a knee there.
Simpson with his second interception in consecutive weeks. Again, very clutch. Last week at Manatee was when we needed a play. And same here this week where they were threatening to go for the touchdown, and kills the drive and gives the Tigers back the ball.
Ziplin looks nice, little throw out there to Hickson. He slips, and he's going to be a loss on the play. We were looking at that matchup out there. You got a 6'6" on the last possession, 6'6" receiver. Mm-hmm. You probably got a 5'9" corner out there with Sheldrick, 5'9", 5'10", and he just continues to make plays. One thing we saw, he's got a tremendous vertical leap. We've seen that last week on the interception play with Zipper.
Yes.
So he's an athlete back there. Ball's out.
Oh.
And it's going to be a loss of about a yard on the play. So it's 3rd and 11 for the Tigers, 6:10 on the clock.
And we see this from time to time. It pops up at every one of the games, and this may have something to do, again, with just the lack of practice and timing. They're probably getting through a spring practice about now, as many practices as they've had together as unit. And, of course, you've mentioned the offensive line has been moving target.
Yeah, after injuries early on and shifting things around. Now Ziplin looks, he's going to take shakes initial tackle, but takes the sack back there. So it'll bring up a punting situation, and it's going to be 4th and forever. And it'll be interesting. Robert Gavin has been warming up at punter tonight. He's been unavailable. We've been using Jaquez Hughes back there to kick the ball. It looks like we've trotted Robert Gavin out there for the punt.
Robert Gavin back to punt.
Yes, we called his name several times last year as a running back, and He's our punter this year, and glad to have him back. Look good in the warm-up.
Long snapper is Max Logan back there. Or snapping this one away to Robert Gavin. And we've got movement there. So let's see. 4:54, Tigers going backwards.
Looks like delay a game, guys.
Delay a game. Thanks, Tom.
Tom Porter.
Hey, Tom Porter with the Arctic Air sideline reporter. We're so glad to have you here, Tom.
I tried to text you and let you know I was here, but it is retro nights. You probably left your cell phone at home.
No, I got it up here. We got our own issues up here, Tom. 4:54. But it's good to have Tom with the Arctic Air sideline reporter out there on the sideline.
Timeout for the Tigers.
You know, Troy Bellamy, I expected him to be doing statistics today, and I haven't seen Troy today. And so
Miss Troy up here.
Yeah, Miss Troy, but we've got Tom, the natural, on the sideline. So it's great to have you back, Tom. What are you feeling down there on the sideline?
Well, you know, we haven't had the greatest start to the season, obviously, so I come in a little late tonight with another charitable organization I'm working with, and I walk in and I turn around, and the stands are pretty full. I mean, there's a lot of people here. The weather's actually pretty nice. It's not as hot as the forecast had said it was going to be, but it's kind of still. There's no wind blowing. I've got Bill Britt sitting here staring at me looking funny, and you know, obviously we're not executing very well. Just for the little bit of time that I've been here, take a time out before fourth down to punt the ball. It's obviously things are kind of coming loose a little bit. Overheard the coaches talking and just saying everything has been fighting them tonight. And they're really working through it with the kids.
Adversity.
So Tavon Kelly goes back there to return this kick, and he's back there on the 44. Max Logan with a low snap. Picked up by Gavin. He hits a long, high kick out of there. Fair caught initially. Then it checks up, and it's going to be down right at the 45-yard line. So good field position. Here at the Palmetto Tigers' own 45, the Tarpons take this thing, and they're in great field position.
Yes, we dodged a bullet there. He got a decent punt off with a tough snap, and they were giving him pressure. They too probably know that he hasn't punted this year, so great job there. Just getting that ball out of here, and we're going to have to rely on our defense again. Also, we need to
Dude, isn't your mom here? Bro, don't worry about her, man. She's cool. It's Dakota's mom.
I don't even want to know what they're doing downstairs. All I know is they're here and they're safe.
You guys, it's the cops!
Did you know hosting a party with underage drinkers is a crime? You could face a $1,000 fine and up to a year in jail. Get the facts at drugfreemanatee.org.
Back to live action here. The Tarpons have the ball at the 45-yard line. Boucher looks things over. There's only 4 minutes on the clock here. 4 minutes, 43 seconds left on the clock. Slot back over here. He's running power left, and he's going to keep it. Hangs on to the ball, and you can see there Jalen Wester didn't come up and close as fast as he normally closes on that play. Really good run by Boucher, though.
Yeah, I think he's just giving him respect because he pop back and throw it, good cut on him, and we're probably one of the better quarterbacks we will see this year.
He's going to run this one. It's a second and short unless he comes to the center of the line, then drops back and does a little jump pass or something. But I expect him to run this one, Boucher. 4:34 on the clock. Second, and I don't know why the clock is stopped up there, Ken, because he was short of the first down. But it's second and about one. Oh, he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Yeah, absolutely good. So he surges forward for the first down, and that was number 5, Isaac White, on the play.
Yeah, just a simple dive up the middle to move the chains, get a fresh set of downs. Manage the clock.
4:22 on the clock. First and 10. No hurry here. Isaac White now moves over to the right side of the formation. They run it right, and it was a quarterback design keeper. He rolls. That might be a block in the back. No call there. Down the sideline. Takes a big hit. He was in bounds, so No call on the play.
Looks like he tried to get in there with to the golf cart with Coach Wooden. Watch Jalen Wester on this replay if we have it.
Boys, we got lucky on that one. Foot out of bounds.
Okay, Tom.
Oh, thank you. Jalen Wester was spying him and chased him all the way around and didn't miss the tackle, and then that's when he got knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like it very close to being a blocking match. One thing here at Palmetto High School, we were talking about the last play. Bob over there is running the scoreboard, and he was a referee for many years, and he's really good. As the guy went out of bounds, I thought that he was inbounds, and clock operator 1, Brian 0 there. 3:58 on the clock, 2nd and 5. And he rolls for a first down. Very close to the mark. Looks like he's got it.
Yes. That will stop the clock for a little bit here, and they're just methodically working their way down the field as we're closing off this second quarter.
So here, 2 receivers out there to the right. Slot back over here to the right also. And they like to run a little counter with the slot back inside, and that's going to be number 22, Justice Pagan over there. And this time they're going to just go power to the right, driving forward. Nice gain on the play. Isaac White.
Again with the carries.
Guys, having to deal, this defensive line having to deal with these pulling guards, it's always tough. It's always a tough thing to adjust to. That left guard, every time they're going to pull, he leans back slightly. You can see it, visibly see him leaning back. It's crazy. So at least they're giving off some physical cues. I don't know why they're not calling a false start on that, but he's doing it almost every time he pulls.
Good call, Tom. This time the left guard just went down low, and they drive forward. Not a first down, but getting closer. 2 minutes and 51 seconds. Brings up a 3rd and 3. Yeah, I've noticed that over the years with those pulling guards too, Tom. The guy, if they're going to pull to the right, the guy's right foot will be slightly behind his left foot in his stance. So there's a couple things that there are some things that you can pick up as a defensive lineman as the game goes on. 3rd and 3 here.
Got to stop him.
2:28 on the clock. And they snap it. And
yeah, they're offside.
Boucher keeps it. Tigers clearly offsides on the play.
Yeah, it's on them.
Yes, false start.
Against the Tarpons.
Was it the left tackle?
I don't know. Did you see that, Tom? Did you see a false start down there?
It looked to be about 2 or 3 of them moving all at the same time.
Okay.
And the ball hadn't moved. Obviously, the right guard, the left guard, I think the left tackle as well also made a move.
So all at the same time, because we kind of lost from this angle, kind of lost the ball being snapped there. It didn't look as bad from here as it did from down there. Good call, Tom, and great call by the officiating crew. That's 3rd and 7 here. 2:10 on the clock. Palmetto Tigers shifting things around there with Ormsby and Jordan Renard flipping things around in the middle of the line. There's another timeout there for Charlotte. That's their 2nd, I believe. And so with 1:58 here, interesting situation here. If Palmetto Tigers come up with a stop, the ball's at the 22, so that would be like a 39-yard field goal from this point, right, Ken?
Correct.
Okay,
correct.
So that would be a 39-yard field goal. So, we may be looking at 2-down territory here.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably a smart idea to take a timeout to get his offense, get them all on the same page. Penalties again. They're moving the ball very well against our defense, but penalty has set them back here, and so it's a 3rd and long. So we'll see what happens. If they get 1 or 2 yards on this, they most likely kick a field goal. Maybe not. If they get any more than that, probably see them go for it.
So first. Step number 1 is do not jump. No encroachment here for the Tigers. The last thing you want to do is give them 5 easy ones here.
I'm sure Brazelton is yelling to them about that right this moment.
It's like Zipper maybe coming in with some heat off this side. Boucher looks, throws it out there. Good play over there, and picked off, and he's got it. And he's going to be still going. And great play there by number 29, and that is Jordan Simpson. He's a sophomore, and you have to wonder, Sheldrick and Jordan Simpson.
Look how he makes this catch. He goes from behind his back.
Looks like a one-handed catch.
Yeah, he was facing the opposite direction, Tom, and then turned around and made a wonderful. We could put him on offense.
That's huge. We're going to get another look at this, perhaps, Tom. And it was very interesting there. The quarterback looked like he was going to throw the ball down the sideline, and then trying to just flip it around and throw it around the defender there. And just great hips there by Simpson. Siplin now looks, and he's got a little slipper out there, and that one is going to be incomplete. Very well covered there, and that was intended for Alzavian Houston. 2nd 10, stops the clock, minute 41. Really, Ken? I'm good with that. That would have made a huge difference with Charlotte scoring on that possession. Going in with a 14-7 lead at half. So now it's very important for the Tigers to at least pick up a couple first downs here.
Yes, absolutely. Two big stops on the short end of the field, and we have an opportunity to do a double here, score here before the end of the quarter, and get the ball back in the second half.
And with the coverage here, it's a matter of time here before the Palmetto Tigers. They got 4 loaded up there on the right side of the formation. They throw it out there at the out, nearly picked off, and it's going to be caught there. Amazing, rip of a throw, 1980. Probably ill-advised, but so much heat. Zakili Rutledge, the 6 foot, 155, just a lot of heat on that throw, Ken. Zipped right by the defender.
Definitely a game of inches. We saw a play like that with Hughes last week against Manatee, just missing it.
And, Josh really throws a nice ball. He gets that one out there. Receiver's out of bounds, and that's Zakidri Rutledge over there. Stops the clock. So minute 14. Josh has got a lot of potential, and he doesn't have a lot of playing time. He can run. He has throws a very nice looking ball, and he's going to figure this out. Siplin, Benson in the backfield. He's throwing the log ball down there. He's got a receiver. Just misses him in the seam. Combination route there. Had one on the sidelines, and with Zorian Gathers.
He had really anybody he wanted to throw it to, and just again, he's overthrowing his receivers a little bit. What I like about him too, Brian, he runs well, he throws well. Like you said, nice pass, but he seems confident throwing the ball. He's not worried about throwing an interception. He's got a very short memory, and he's right back at it.
And he doesn't have, even a tall player like that, he doesn't have that long, slow release. He's got a nice, quick release.
Yes, good point.
He certainly passes the eye test. Now he looks, and he throws a little slip out there. This time it's going to be open. It's going to be Benson.
A lot of
needs
field.
to get a block. He does, and he is down to the 25, first down. Really good job by number 55. That's Quentin Zander, 6'3", 300 pounds out there.
Here he is right here.
Go get him, Big Quentin. And, when the DBs see the 300-pounder, they are in no hurry to engage. And Quentin couldn't even find anybody to block.
And he's running full speed.
Yeah.
Like, not going to take him on.
No.
What we got here is we got to manage the clock. We're knocking on the door here. 45 seconds. We got our timeouts. Let's get this thing in the end zone and get a score here.
Should be 50 seconds, boys. They just ran about 6 or 7 seconds off that clock. Not sure what that was about, but obviously spiked the ball. And now we're at 48 minutes and 44 seconds.
So we're about 44 here. So they might stop and figure this one out. About
48.
Somewhere, but somewhere.
That's the length of a game, high school game, I think.
Yeah, you know what? That's 48, 44. That's one of those clocks that's got the. So we got 48.
4 digits.
Split the difference. And now Siplin, bail coverage over here to the left. Steps
open,
got it.
open.
Nice play there, and that's going to be number 80, and that is Zakidri Rutledge.
And you've called him 3 times on this drive. That's nice, just a simple down and down to the middle, and moves the chain, stops the clock, 38 seconds.
Guys, I'm going to tell you, I was standing right behind Josh Siplin, the receiver, just on the other side. Josh was basically between me and the receiver, and that ball could not have been more precise and tight. I mean, what a great throw that was in a crunch time, 38 seconds left in the game, in the first half. And for, a guy like you just said that doesn't have much experience, what an awesome thing for a kid to be able to check his emotions and throw that ball exactly where he needed to be. I was also going to tell you guys earlier, now we got a minute here, when the Charlotte quarterback ran out of bounds and got hit, he ended up upside down inside Dan Whitten's golf cart, busted the front lights out. Both of the front lights are busted out, and he was laying in Dan Whitten's lap. So hopefully somebody got a picture of that.
Oh, my goodness. 38 seconds on the clock. Yeah, Ken had mentioned that he had gone into the golf cart over there, but I did not pick that up. So
12-yard line here. Still have an opportunity to make a first down and stop the clock. We got our timeouts.
Yeah.
Got to take advantage of this here.
In great shape here. Got to get points on the board. Sip in this possession looking very comfortable. He's got Benson in the backfield with him. Rolls out there, looks out to the left.
Oh, he's open.
He got an open receiver. That's Sajel Hickson, and he's going to be tackled right at the first down marker.
Nice.
Looked like a little bit of a wheel
Just
route
short.
there.
Clock's winding, Ken. Just short.
Plenty of time, 23 seconds.
Burn one of those timeouts.
Continues to run.
Yeah, I think they just
there
did,
it is.
Brian.
Okay.
You called it.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't mean to. Sometimes I break the professionalism there. There's a timeout, 18 seconds on the
There's
clock.
a little wheel route up the sideline. And Sajel takes a nice hit up. He likes to get up in the air, doesn't he?
He doesn't mind.
Acrobat.
So great Arctic Air replay. All right, Tom, you're in this position. 18 seconds on the clock. It's 7-7. What you dialing up?
I'd like to see Josh as precise as he's been throwing the ball. I'd like to see him maybe try an out in the end zone, just something, just drop back and just do a little timing pass to one of the corners of the end zone here and see if that's available to us. I mean, I haven't seen a whole lot of that yet. They've been hitting the corners pretty good, trying to stop the clock on this drive, so maybe he could get a little precision and get it to the back corner.
Yeah, I like Zorian Gathers here. Yeah. You got your big guy there. Anybody he lines up with, he's going to be tall or a mismatch. Just get the ball, put precise passing, it'll be perfect.
Nice little wrinkle. He rolls to his right, throws the out there, and he misses him. Incomplete. So, Tom, you're all over about the scheme there. In 15 seconds on the clock. I looked at that time in the middle of the line. Very interestingly enough, you had Juju, we like to call him, Juliana Chatilla out there, number 71, 6'3", 300. And you also had number 55, Kaiwan Smith, 6'3", 275. And so they kind of had 300, 275. You might see, if you're going to run the ball, you might run that from the center out on the left-hand side there on that formation.
Well, we have third down. We can still get a first down. We have one timeout, according to TigerVision, with 15 seconds.
Yeah, so really I was looking at that scoreboard over there with a big hole in it over there on the Palmetto scoreboard over there. 15 seconds on the clock. It's a 3rd and 2. Ball's on the 5. You don't want to turn the ball over here. You want to get points out of this possession. That's number one. But, Ken, I'm greedy. I want 7.
Well, yes, obviously, just don't force anything. I think that's the main thing. He can put it wherever the receiver needs to get it. We've seen him do that already, despite not a lot of playing time as a senior quarterback. So just don't force anything. Don't fumble it.
Might be a nice spot for a quarterback draw.
Good, yeah,
Tom,
perfect.
Stop it.
Just saying.
You had to do that.
This young man can run.
What I do is I was just going to say that,
and
Tom. I was going to put Benson in the slot out there and then go empty and go quarterback draw. Thanks very much, Tom.
Tom, you're right. I don't think we've had one tonight.
No.
So it's perfect. Let's see if they do it.
See if we can mute that mic over there for a second. That's the Arctic Air sideline report.
Maybe he's hearing them call the plays. What do you think, Brian?
Well, he reads my mind, but it's very light. Very light reading. It's like Mike Mulligan's steam.
There's a lot of space. It's a big book, but there's not many words inside of it.
Curious George.
A lot of pictures. A lot of pictures.
Curious George, maybe. I know that's one of your favorites, Tom. 15 seconds here. Now this is a big down for the Tigers. 3rd and short here. Ball's at the 5-yard line. You could pick up a first down here because the ball's on the 5 and stop the clock. Be hard to do, but it's possible. But, looking at that, there's another reason why that quarterback draw looks good. With all this time in between the plays, the surprise of it has certainly left, going with Josh going empty out there and Benson in the slot. So there's the snap. Oh, he throws it, and it's a low throw, And it
Beautiful
is
catch.
caught for 6, and that's Zorian Gathers down there.
Guys, he caught that ball probably 3 inches off the ground. What an amazing
Let's see if we
catch.
can pick this up.
Actually, that
Look
is
at that.
great. Those guys have been working together. Zorian and you can see the defender was in great position. Tom was on the inside, and he just threw it around the defender.
Kind of reminiscent of that final play of Florida State back in 2013 with Kelvin Benjamin coming across the middle and catching that ball high. He caught it low, but just want to slide that gratuitous Florida State comment in there.
11 seconds on the clock. The kick is up and good. I guess Tom's talking about things in the past since it is retro night. We'll go ahead and talk about Florida State here tonight. So 11 seconds on the clock, and the Palmetto Tigers lead this one 14-7.
What I liked about Zorian on that, it reminded me of Butch Hughes basketball, using your body to get the position, and he jumps right in front of the corner, using that big body, and as Tom said, catching that thing 3 inches off the ground.
Yeah, that was a great call, Tom. You had a very good look at that and pegged it.
What an amazing turnaround, guys, though. Like with 2 minutes left, they're driving to score on us. That interception, and then what a great drive to get down here and score. And with 11 seconds left, puts them in the corner.
Yeah, and Palmetto with 2 interceptions again tonight, and we've seen over the last, I guess 4 or 5 quarters of defensive football for the Tigers has been so impressive.
And we get the ball back to start the second half.
Get a kick out, a good service with our friends at DeVito's Auto.
Onside.
This time it looked like an onside kick. I think he just slipped on his plant foot, so it's going to go and be fielded at the 48-yard line. 9 seconds on the clock.
And the bad thing about this with their quarterback, we can he can throw it up in the end zone and see what happens here. We're going to have to put everybody back and bat this ball down.
Yeah, no big deal there. The freshman came out there, Joden Gallarado, and just his plant foot slipped.
And that happens. It happens.
Yeah, I've seen you do that before, Ken. I don't
Lots of times, probably most of the time.
But nearly effective. It almost worked as an onside kick.
Yes.
9 seconds on the clock. Boucher looks, and he's being chased, harassed, and really good tackle there by number 22, and that is Danny Rivera. So that'll be zeros on the clock. So at the close of the second quarter, your Palmetto Tigers lead this one 14-7, coming up into the Richardson Stinton Roofing halftime break here shortly, Ken. But what do you think?
Oh, the defense has played tonight. They have been the catalyst in this game, bending but not breaking, keeping them out of the end zone, making the 2 big plays. Offense steps up, does the 2-minute drill, and that's the difference, 14-7, and we get the ball back coming in the second half.
let's enjoy some of the homecoming halftime here from Harley Stadium. Great job from the Clicking Spree graphics. Thanks, guys.
Representing Future Business Leaders of America is Mr. Wesley Newsom. Wesley is escorted tonight by his mother, Yashonda Newsom, and his father, Willie Newsom. Representing the PHS Girls Varsity Soccer Team is Mr. Luke Pisano. Luke is escorted by his mother, Dawn Pisano, and his father, David Pisano. Representing the PHS varsity football team is Mr. Zorian Gethers. Zorian is escorted tonight by his mother, Monique Gethers, and his father, Lorenzo Gethers. We would now like to introduce our candidates for Homecoming Queen. Representing the PHS Girls Varsity Soccer Team is Miss Rachel Martinez. Rachel is escorted tonight by her mother, Julia Martinez, and her father, Richard Martinez. Representing the PHS Girls Varsity Basketball Team is Miss Diamond Mays. Diamond is escorted tonight by her mother, Lorraine Rhodes. Representing the PHS Girls Varsity Cheerleading Team is Miss Alexandra Renda. Alex this evening is escorted by her mother, Neely Renda, and her father, Josh Renda. Representing the National Honor Society is Miss Nikayla Smith. Nikki is escorted by her mother, Adrienne Sutton, and her father, Brad Sutton. Representing our PHS Boys Varsity Soccer Team is Miss Nadia Velazquez. Nadia is escorted by her mother, Myra Manassa, and her father, Bernardo Velazquez. And representing the PHS Ambassadors is Miss Reagan Williams. Reagan is escorted tonight by her mother, Christy Williams, and her father, Todd Williams. Crowning our winners this evening are Senior Class Advisory Board members Allie Pritchett and Maddie Boasco. Now what we've all been waiting for. Your 2020 homecoming prince is Luke Pisano. And your 2020 homecoming princess is Nadia Velasquez. Now, your 2020 homecoming king is no one else but the Mr. Zorian Gathers. And finally, for your 2020 homecoming queen, Miss Rachel Martinez. Congratulations to our 2020 homecoming royalty.
So that was pretty exciting there during the halftime break here, Ken. You know, first, just prior to the halftime break, Zorian Gathers catches the ball 6 inches off the ground for the sliding touchdown. Doesn't even go to the locker room and walks off. You know, he's going into the third quarter, the homecoming queen. Pretty cool. So we got a football. Jennifer, what do we have? I have Jennifer here with us, and we've got the football player as the homecoming king.
That's right.
And 3 soccer players,
and
right?
And 3 soccer players, all athletes out there this evening.
So
awesome.
Jennifer, how things been going at the school?
Homecoming looked a little different this year. We're a little light with students on campus. But I will say for the students that are on campus, they really did embrace the homecoming spirit. Lots of fun costumes, lots of elaborate costumes. Actually, they really got into it, which excited me because homecoming is always one of the most exciting times. And leading up to it, you weren't sure exactly what it would look like this year.
Did they have themes that they tell us about what they got to dress up as? Or
We did. They did cut out my favorite Generation Day. I was a little disappointed by that, but guess what? I don't get a vote on that. So I got trumped on that one. But we started Tuesday with Class Color Day. So each class had their own colors. Staff were purple. So they really deck it out. They do tutus and leggings and paint themselves and wigs. It's quite fun. And then I believe Wednesday was Throwback Day. No, Wednesday, was Character Day. So you could pick any character. Rui, Mr. Fernandez, actually our boys soccer coach, built himself a Transformers costume out of Power Wheels, and when he got down into the four-wheeler motion, it moved. It was the coolest thing. And then Thursday, we had Throwback Thursday to any generation they chose. Very creative with that. Lots of actually old vintage Palmetto jerseys on campus.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then, of course, none other but Spirit Day on Friday today.
Look at our cameraman here.
Yeah,
Brian.
we got our cameraman here, Seth Hoopengunner. He's generally a superstar here on the camera crew, but tonight he's all painted up and doing his homecoming routine here. We met him on the crew tonight, but he helped us set things up, and a superstar. Seth, you got anything to say to all the family at home?
I love you guys.
A man of
he
a lot
was
of
telling
words.
me earlier, that his face is all red, white, and black, but he wanted to paint a mask on so he wouldn't have to wear a mask.
Yeah, he's not going to get away with that here at Palmetto High School. Everybody's on protocol. You know, one of the things I was thinking about, Jennifer, what's it like homecoming and no homecoming dance?
Very disappointing. And I personally can say that as a mom of a senior. This would have been her last one. But, you know, it's you embrace it and you make the best of what you are given. I will tell you that while I am here at the game, there is quite the party happening at my house to watch TigerVision tonight.
All right.
So lots of fans.
They're watching. They're not listening.
No, I can understand
I'm
that
hoping
completely.
They turn the
Go
sound
home
down.
to
We
everything
know.
in one piece.
We know you turn the sound down. Yeah, talk about homecoming. I mean, I was down there going to get some water, and the kids were really into it. I could tell they were, so this person's going to win, this person. Just walking by, they were really into it.
You know, Jennifer, at Palmetto High School, whenever I, stop by to turn in my COVID waiver or whatever I'm doing there, it's just the atmosphere is awesome. And it really hasn't changed. The feel of the community, the love for the Palmetto High School that, obviously we all have. How's it like just to be part of such a community school? It's the only school in this town of Palmetto. I'm sure you love it like we do.
Yes. I think I bleed red, black, and white for sure. We counted it up, and Sherry brought it to my attention this week. We believe there's about 30 staff members that are actually alumni of Palmetto High School. If that's not a testimony to what a family we are, I've been privy to sit in on some interviews recently, due to shortage of staff and such, and it's always started out, we at Palmetto here are a family, and we make sure everyone knows that up front, and that is very true, and I've seen it come to fruition over and over again, actually.
And when you talk about Sherry, you mean Sherry
Stinton.
And she was class of 81.
Class of 81.
With the play-by-play guy here.
That's right, Sherry.
And she married James, who graduated with me.
1980.
1980,
A few years before I was born, but we won't bring that up.
Yeah, that's...
We're seeing our annual pictures pop up here tonight.
The young guys in the truck
they're having a blast.
Done a little bit of work, and
Too
I had curly hair.
I think I hope that they didn't find the one picture I had from a date night, with a big fro going, and I guess natural selection reared its ugly head during my high school years, but
naturally.
But great times at Palmetto High School that we've all had over the years, and it's interesting. Ken and I were here in the 70s as children, very young children, babies, watching football, and I've got some tickets from that season, there in the office, and then following along in the 80s and the 90s, and we know all the families around here in the community, and it's really cool and a little terrifying when we see some of the grandchildren of some of the guys that we used to watch.
We actually were watching games in the 60s, too.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but yeah, right
Telling
here.
on yourselves.
We never missed a game. I don't think you all.
Did you know that you can purchase a new vehicle online without ever having to step foot in the dealership? Using our new Shop Click Drive tool, you can search for your next vehicle from the comfort of your home or office. Select your purchase method and customize your payments. Value your trade-in, submit your deal, and boom, have your new vehicle delivered to you by a product specialist in just a few hours. It's as simple as that. Visit ConleyBuickGMC.com to learn more about our new Shop Click Drive tool. Conley Buick GMC, where we treat you like family.
Hey, this is Casey Scott, husband, father, artist, golfer, diver, fisherman, lover of life and family. Passionate about protecting our world's resources and capturing its beauty through my artwork. Although I live in Palm Beach, Florida, I buy my vehicles from Conley Buick GMC in Bradenton because they are passionate about protecting our environment and providing you with a great buying experience. They absolutely do treat you like family.
Hi, my name is Heather, and I bought my Crosstrek here at Conley Subaru. The eyesight feature in it saved my life. So I was driving down 41, a car pulled out and ended up causing an accident. Fortunately, my Subaru with eyesight helped save my life by braking and even slightly turning the vehicle as I was going through this. I love my Crosstrek. I hope you buy your car here at Conley Subaru, where they really do treat you like family.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about your vote. I heard all about it. Y'all, your mics are too loud. So I'm here with Coach Matt Breslington. Coach, I just blew them up in the box. They thought they had something cute, but they missed it. So, Coach, let's talk about the first half. You know, started off a little rough, a little slow, tied it up, and that defense kind of shut the door at the end. And offense on that last drive was able to put 7 in and get this game a little bit more in hand.
Yeah, I mean, Sheldrick Simpson again, and now his brother makes the play. I mean, the turnovers, timely turnovers. Again, we got to clean the kickoff team up. I hope they don't kick it off, the rest of the night. Other than that, pretty good half. But we told the guys, our little pregame mentorship program talked about, David versus Goliath. And I told them we don't play Goliath. We're not playing IMG or anything like that. But Palmetto is a Goliath. So we need to slay the giant and slay Palmetto's mistakes. And I hope we can do that for 24 more minutes. Not a bad half, average. I think we got a lot more in the tank, so hopefully we can get a win on homecoming and we put together a good half.
All right, Coach, good luck in the second half. I was just going to say, Jen, what was really cool about this homecoming week and all the things that go with that Generation Day, Brian was nice enough to dress as the elderly guy tonight, so he's continuing the tradition, and I just stole y'all's thunder, and I love it.
Oh, well, we did take a vote up here, Tom, and it's apparent that I'm going to be replacing you the second half, so I'm headed down.
All
hey,
right.
You can have it. I'm going to Jack's.
Hey, get a kick out. It's an onside kick, and it's not going to make it 10 yards. The Palmetto Tigers recover it there, so get a kick out. A good service with our friends at DeVito's Auto. Great job, Jennifer. So here, the Palmetto Tigers, Charlotte elects to go with the onside kick. We saw this same kick. I saw it a couple times in college football last Saturday. It's got to get 10 yards, and it only went about 7 yards and then fell harmlessly. And I believe it was Augustin that came back there and fell on that one. Oh, dear. Oh, mercy. Yeah, we were Tiger fans back there, Ken. And that one is a run on the play, and he goes and he breaks a tackle, and he's at the 25, 20. And he is out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Great run by Clay Smith.
The guy's absolute pancake block by number 74 if you get that replay. I mean, he took his guy on his back. It was a great block.
All right, so Palmetto Tigers moving. Benson's in the backfield with Siplin. And Siplin takes it, keeps it, runs. He's got a nice lane. Ball's out. On the ground. Looks like Charlotte has recovered.
Lost the ball. Oh, my goodness.
Covered by Charlotte.
What an unfortunate break for the Tigers. In the pregame, I was bringing up that last 2 games we have struggled in the third quarter. Take those out. We're 4-0, but Tigers needed to perform well here to start the second half. They come out on all cylinders and move right down the field, look like they're going to score, and just a very unfortunate turnover. So see what our defense can do to make this up.
And yet, the good news is the Tarpons have to start this one from the 5-yard line. So 11:38 on the clock. 95 yards away is Boucher. And now we have, looks like, a timeout. That is, after only 22 seconds here in the first half, we've had an onside kick, we've had a fumble, and then a timeout by Charlotte on their own 5-yard line.
Yeah, that's what halftime adjustments are for, and something must have.
First timeout early.
Somebody didn't get the
Palmetto
orders there.
excuse me.
And unfortunately, that's definitely going to come back and haunt them if this game remains close.
Pretty sure that was a Palmetto timeout, guys.
Oh, really?
Okay, because the referee pointed, one of them pointed to the Charlotte's sideline over there, so that's a Palmetto timeout, which is a little uncharacteristic. But at this point, there's a lot of things that can happen. If you can hold them here, you can have the to a punt. They've got to punt the ball out of the end zone. If they get a holding penalty here, they back up. They can get if they are back up from here, you can get safeties out of this situation. So really trying to put a good formation out there is the Palmetto Tiger defense. Oh, boy, they're across the line fast. Oh, big hit by Jalen Wester. Looks like he's shaking off that little tweak he had in his knee earlier, but a pickup of about 3 on the play. Watch him fill.
3 on the play. Now 2nd and 7.
He is spying that quarterback tonight. My goodness.
Man, that is a thigh bruiser there. So 2nd and we'll call it 8 here. And this time we've got Rivera jumping across the line of scrimmage, and they're going to call that one encroachment on the Tigers. We've seen them not call that, in the last couple of games here, but this time across the line of scrimmage was Danny Rivera. So that's a big one. So now that brings up a 2nd and 2.
Tigers brings up now 2nd down and 3.
Which opens up the playbook here for Boucher.
Looks like Palmetto's going to roll up in a big front this time. 5 across the line, 2 linebackers, 1 single safety back there. The old 52 formation. Got to watch the. Oh, ball's on the ground. Tigers scrambling for
Palmetto ball, boys.
Palmetto ball.
Tigers going the other way.
Hey, Tom, who got the fumble recovery down
22.
here?
22, the same guy who just jumped off sides and cost him the 5-yard penalty, redeemed himself with that fumble recovery.
Danny Rivera, the 6-foot, 220-pound junior defensive end. He's been a great find here for the Tigers.
He's played very well tonight. Just that one penalty, but makes up for it. We get right back with a very short field. Need to capitalize on that. Great play by the young man.
36 left.
So it's been not a lot of time here off the clock, but think about it. There's been 2 turnovers and a
jet sweep,
but an onside kick that wasn't covered. Now, good block out there by Benson, and he coming back on that one all the way to the goal line, very close, and that was number 13, Quay Smith.
We have some
lots of laundry out there.
Coming back.
Going back to that jet sweep again that we just talked about, where he had a nice run, and apparently blocks were too good.
Might have had a hold out there on one of them. So let's see.
Looked like a block in the back by 52. When he came out there, just kept pushing him. Not that it really kept him from getting around the corner, but.
Yeah, so 6'3", 275. Kaiwan Smith out there. Good to see him out there in space. But holding. So we had holding and a block in the back on that one. And, one thing we've seen with the receivers this year, they're all, inexperienced relative to last year's group. There's that. And that's something that we need to work on. This time there's a pitch out there, and running hard there is number 14, Alzavian Houston. 10 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock.
Follow up on that last comment of yours, Brian. Number 13 and number 80 were over here on the home side of the field on that play, and both of them did a great job blocking for that run.
Yeah, one thing we take for granted, we had Curtis Thomas out there, Kobe Mays, we had LaJonte Wester last year, all excellent blockers, but they figured it out. This time, and that one's Benson, and he's running hard and low. A nice gain on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and a manageable. I think he got about half of it back. So ball is at the 10-yard line. So it's So that one we got third and goal from the 10.
Third and goal.
Benson in the backfield.
Good. We go back to Zorian again here.
There's a Kedry Rutledge over here in single coverage. You got Sagel Hicks in the slot. There's 2 covering 3 over there, Ken, so I'd go to Sagel out there. So let's see. And he runs it with Benson. And he hurdles a tackler and goes for about a 5-yard gain. But there's a situation. You run an RPO, and you hand off to the back, and you have 2 covering 3 out there on the left side of the formation. Something we'll probably, take a peek at later. That'll show up on film.
It looks like they're going to kick the field goal and take the points here to extend the lead to 10 points. Go ahead, Tom.
Aggression. This offensive line was not happy with the call that we were going to kick that ball. They were yelling no to the sidelines, and they were adjusted quickly by the coach there.
Spoken like a true offensive lineman there, right. Tom would like to get that big head out there and throw that thing across the line and open up the hole for the touchdown here. But this is a kick, get a kick out of good service. The hold is good. Kick is up, very nice looking kick.
Snap.
And it is good. So Joden Gallarado, the freshman, comes in, and a very important kick to extend the lead to 17-7.
And I believe that's his first high school field goal of his career, and kicked it through nice and easy. And I would have liked to seen them go for it too, just the way they've been moving the ball. But when you're only up by 7 and you've got points, and we need to get this kicker, get him the opportunity. Robbie's out in the field. Let's just take the points here.
When we look back at this little drive here we had, guys, you're going to see that the play prior to the field goal there, where the running back had to jump and ended up coming down and landing. The defensive line did a great job of just standing up, because if he did not do that, he would have had a head of steam. That would have been a touchdown. He just jumped up enough to catch his foot and caused him to flip over. Great play by that defensive tackle.
Yeah, you know what? They've got some very good players out there. You think it's about, sometimes you spend too much time thinking about what we're not doing. They're doing a lot of good. Now, that's a very good kick, and it's going to be initially fumbled there, and picks it up. And right there,
great job.
Looked like number 6, and that's Jamal Williams, who we've seen play running back, defensive back. They stood him up there in the middle of the field.
5'11", 180, 10th grader. Great job there. Great coverage. Always love to see them have opponent having to go the distance here to score on our defense.
Yeah, and be sure, as you look at our YouTube broadcast, be sure to like and subscribe. 8 minutes and 18 seconds here on the clock for Charlotte. It's 1st and 10. Ball's on the 22-yard line. Sheldrick Simpson on coverage over here on the big 6'6" receiver. And now Jamal Williams is out there playing now that one was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Didn't see that. It probably
number 17.
17, and that is Augustin. And that is Cedric
coming
Augustin.
from the defensive end.
Pressure by number.
That's textbook defensive lineman. If you can't get there when they throw it, get your hands up in the air, and great things will happen.
And they're a good bunch across the line there with Augustin, and you've got Jordan Renard, you've got there Ormsby, and
we're hoping to get Floyd Dozier back later in the season, maybe.
So now he runs the option, he's going to keep it, and then he's going to be tackled there. Really great play by Stamp that comes there. Ruben Stamp was able to show some great speed there, Tom.
Pick him up.
Did you think he was going to get there, Tom?
Yeah, I did. I was paying attention to number 27 was kind of out of place on that play. Didn't quite pick up the man he was supposed to pick up. But, yeah, I mean, he recovers so well, just like, 21 same way they recover so well. And I'm waiting to count the tackles that Wester's going to have tonight. I bet he's going to have 30 tackles before this is over.
Yeah, number 27, Jacob Milligan over there, the 6', 180-pound junior's out there playing the slot receiver on the right. And we've got some movement along there. And that's a false start. So Charlotte is really kicking themselves in the foot here.
I'm telling you guys, that's when they're going to pull. I'm telling you, those guards are rocking back, and that's what they're calling on those plays.
I think, were you chirping to the referees earlier, Tom, or how'd you get the message out there?
Yeah, I give them a hard time. I really do. They don't like to see me coming. Usually they walk the other direction.
Yeah, you make sure you turn that microphone before you start all that down. Okay, 7:22 on the clock. Milligan's out there guarding slot receiver, and then you've got big 6'3", 6'4" LJ Hewitt out there wide. And then Sheldrick Simpson over here to this side. Looked like he wanted to go slip screen initially, and it's going to be just a run by Boucher, and he goes for about a 3-yard gain on the play. So really good defense by those Tigers. That brings up a 4th and they'll call it 6 punting situation for Charlotte.
One thing is to take him out of his game where he can't operate. It looks like he wanted to throw. He was forced to run, but the guys stayed in their lanes and had nowhere to go, so we get the ball back.
And Miles Ormsby on that play. Yeah,
he's a linebacker playing defensive line.
Inside defensive line, because he showed that speed way over there on the boundary. A very high kick. Get a good hop there for Jaquez. It's going down, and it goes out of bounds. Looks like it'll be spotted inside the 30. It's going to be at the 28-yard line, so it'll be Palmetto ball, 1st and 10 at the 28. You know, going back retro, Ken, I will say this. You know, guys like I think about Ron Witt, you know, and he was a all-county defensive end, and I think he was 6'1", 106.
Every day, 192 people in the U.S. die from drug overdose, but they don't have to. In Florida, if you're trying to save the life of another person, you're protected from prosecution by the Good Samaritan Act.
You just saved her life.
Yeah, picking that back up. You know, Ron, those big 300-pound linemen that they have in high school now, I think he kind of says, you know what, I probably could beat those guys around the edge. He played extremely fast back in the day. 6:20 on the clock. Siplin hands that ball off. Great cut there by Benson. Super play by the Mike linebacker there. Let's get a number on that. Now the flag comes out late. That looked like number 11 there, which is Nelson Daniels, the linebacker, with a nice tackle on the play.
Great job by the offensive line. Opening the holes up there. It's like they may be wearing down that defense. So add on the penalty here.
Goodness, the Tarpons with tons of penalty yardage here tonight, Ken.
Mm-hmm. So you move the chains here, and we're marching right down the field again.
Look at that big offensive line. You know, you think about years ago, the sizes of the lines, you know, averaging 280 here at Palmetto High School versus a few years back. So Siplin looks. He throws a little slip screen out there. Get a block, big fella. And then stepping out of bounds is Benson. So a little slip screen, and he patiently was waiting for the big fellas to get in front. And Big Xanders is out there. And
nice move.
Chatella's out there looking.
He broke the tackle, but he just ran out of territory and out of bounds.
1st and 10, option. This time he pitches it, and it's Benson running low and very hard. And coming up to make the tackle there is number 9. That's Jaden Opelek, the outside linebacker, but not after a gain of about 6 on the play.
We're seeing the three-headed monster tonight. We're seeing all three backs performing well, running the ball tonight.
Well, like Sage on an arrow route, eventually coming out of that formation. But this time they hand it off to Benson, and he goes for about a 2-yard gain. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 3. But, you know, one thing you've seen with Ty Stolt over the years is sequential play calling. And if it's out there, he'll see it up there above us.
Absolutely. Setting something up here.
3rd and 3. Whistle blows.
I don't see a flag.
And it's
Offsides
going to be
on them.
Encroachment on Charlotte Tarpons.
Looks like one of the interior linemen might have just jumped. Tom, you might have.
Yeah, I did see that. It looked like the number 79, the right defensive tackle, just kind of popped over a little bit, just enough to get it called. And as soon as he did, it's funny, all the players for Palmetto turn and look at the ref on the side, and he throws a flag.
They learn how to lobby early.
Great call by the Arctic Air sideline reporter Tom Porter. Here's Sajel in the slot there. Single high safety, the little bit of eye candy to the left. Arrow route to Sajel. Let's see what they got. They go. He looks. He throws the long ball out there. Got a receiver.
Oh,
and
touchdown.
He is in for 6. And that is number 13, Quay Smith.
You see Brian talking about the eye candy. He's just running down the field there. Nobody's on him. And that time, Josh just threaded the needle, put it right in there. Easy pitch and catch. Touchdown. Tigers are stretching the lead here.
And you see as the games are progressing and Siplin is gaining experience, you can see him picking up that, and nice throw. Not bad coverage there, just outside the reach. There's the snap. The hold is good by Siplin. Garado splits the uprights, and you have a 24-7 leads, 4 minutes and 41 seconds on the clock.
I'll tell you what, guys, earlier we saw that same play at the same end over here, and that was a play Kenny said he could have thrown it to anybody. It looked like the same exact play, but he settled in, he made the right read, and just a phenomenal throw. It came out of his hand so nice and easy. I thought it was going to be underthrown, and it was absolutely perfect.
Put it right on the money.
Little combination route. The outside receiver looks like he's still, throw to the back shoulder to the outside receiver, but he throws inside. And really, really nice looking play there. Great play design. And we're really starting to see something. One thing about Coach Stolt up there, I know his parents are watching up in New York.
Mm-hmm.
He can flat dial them up. It's like, we have a college coach here at Palmetto High School, the offensive coordinator. Very high pooch kick. Nice job by Colorado. And returner gets in and nowhere to run. So get a kick out of great service from our friends at DeVito's Auto. Good game so far, Ken, by Joden Colorado, the freshman.
Yes, we really, at the coaches show this week, talking about underclassmen, the players of the game were all on the defense, and 3 of them were underclassmen, which is a very good sign for the future of the program, and even having 9th graders out here making plays at Class 6A football, which is a good brand of football in the state of Florida, is just really awesome.
So the big 6'6" receiver, John Gamble's out here wide to the right. He's being covered, and there's that little bunch formation out of the receiver set. And this time he looks. Now he's nowhere to go. Boucher, really great job initially by Cedric Augustin, if you look at it. And then he turns him into 29, Jordan Simpson. The Simpson brothers are having quite a game tonight, Ken.
Yes, absolutely. We had Sheldrick at the coaches show, and now his brother's stepping up, and great to see these kids stepping up and playing their roles and excelling.
Palmetto in a 4-man front here. Pretty cool looking formation here. You got 2 linebackers out there, and then Zippers out there covering the slot receiver. Throws it out to the slot receiver. And very nice tackle there. And actually, that was number 27, Jacob Milligan, out there covering the slot receiver. And
right
then
there.
A great play. Look at that, how he's with his assignment. And then coming over to close that one out. I believe that was, let's get a number on that.
That was
LJ Hewitt, and that's a cover corner coming up and making a big tackle. Great to see out of a cover corner with coverage corner skills, coming out and forcing a big hit. 3rd and ball's on the 18, 10 yards to go. He looks, trying to buy some time, throws it back down the sideline, nobody there. And so that's going to be an incomplete pass. So to stop the clock here at 2 minutes and 55 seconds brings up an obvious punting situation.
Yeah, as we talked earlier in the game, Boucher is their offense, running and passing, and we have taken him out of the game. He can't run the ball. The receivers are covered, and Just frustrating as the Tiger defense has just taken over this game.
Yeah, he wanted the slot on the left side of the field, and Jalen Wester came up out of his linebacker position. You know, he likes to come up and force a lot of tackles, but he came up and was right in the passing lane. So then he had to check it off and throw it down the right sideline. Great job by Jalen Wester.
I don't know if you guys caught that, but it's intentional grounding there. So it's fourth down. They're going to punt real quick here. I was just going to say, you know, this year and every year, Palmetto, conditioning is everything, and we're starting to see that in the second half. Palmetto starts pulling away, and I think it's got a lot to do with their conditioning.
Oh, boy, look at that.
Oh,
he's running. He's got a long way to go. Here comes Jacquez Hughes up there. Misses the tackle, and he's going to go for the first down. Incredible.
Big run on the fake
spot looks short, doesn't it?
Yeah, he could be.
Spot looks short to me.
Yeah, I was looking at the other one. Good pickup, Tom.
Our ball.
And that was Wester flying there. Forced him out. Quez comes in.
Missed him there.
Slows him down there. And
he's short. Yeah, the first down's right
he's
here.
Short. Great job by I think that may have been Jay West up there on the camera crew shot there. Great footage there by the TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC camera crew. Great work, guys.
Going back to what I was saying before, guys, though, just the conditioning that Palmetto always has, it seems like we start scoring all of a sudden. I think the defense gets tired. We get the ball back. The defense gets tired, and we are just driving and scoring.
At will.
Yeah.
At will, yeah. And they come in chunks, you know what I mean? It's not like it's just every once in a while we score, and then we score right again, and then we score right again, and then the game's out of hand, and then there you go.
You can call this illegal substitution, or you could call it an offsides here because the timeout was called. Charlotte was running in there in Palmetto's backfield as the ball was snapped. Good play heads-up play by Siplin to go ahead and snap that one and try to get make sure he got the penalty out of that one. So,
Brian, who else do we have up there with Jay West? We have Jay West. We have Chris Heyer. Who else do we have up there on the top?
We have Chandler Jessup up there. And tonight, Seth Hoopengarner is he helped us set up, but he's doing his homecoming festivities.
Oh, wow.
Here. Yeah.
They do a great job, and they really don't get much credit up there on top, but they really provide all the views and do a great job of catching the action.
Yeah, they can absolutely see it better from up there than we can from these frosted glasses here in the press box. Now, Siplin, nice looking route there. He drops the ball, and that was number 13, Quay Smith. And just got the dropsies on that one. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he doesn't miss many, and Josh is spot on.
I'll tell you, 13 made a great play coming back to get his hands on that ball, or else that might have been an interception. He jumped back at the last second and got right in front of that.
Yeah, he ran kind of what you would call in your day, Tom, way back there, a button hook route, coming back to the ball there.
Thought maybe it was going to be a hook and ladder, too.
2:37 on the clock. Two receivers out here to the right. Benson gets the ball, looking for a block. Got a pretty good block there by Hickson, but they shot through the middle of the line. We've got a player down on the field, and that is big number 55. And Zanders at 6'3", 300 is down there. And that's tough to see because he's been struggling, got an injury in the first game. And trying to get back into the rotation, you absolutely can see the difference. In the second and third game of the year, Palmetto was playing with 3 players out of position. They were along the offensive line after we lost big Quentin Zanders earlier this year. But it looks like he's okay. He's
hopefully that's just a cramp and not an ankle. Yeah, it looks like he's.
But with the stoppage of the clock here, 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Palmetto has a 3rd and 9 here. Ball is spotted at the Tiger 39-yard line. Tom, what you got here? 2, if you come up short on this one, you're gonna punt this thing out of there?
I don't know, boys. Where are we at here? We're at about the 40-yard line.
39.
39-yard line.
3rd and 9.
I don't know. I mean, we've had a lot of success on that screen. And you're just trying to get 9 yards. A little bit of success on that. They may be looking for that at this point, but I think I'd probably go with the screen in this situation and then punt it from here, man. We got to go for it. You're up, just kind of put our foot on the gas and go. If we can get a good, decent chunk on 3rd down here, I'd say you go for it on 4th.
Hickson's looks like he's going to line up in the slot here.
And that is interesting to me because one thing that you see, eventually he's going to run an arrow route down out of this. Now this time they fake it and they throw it out there, and it's going to be Zorian Gathers, and very good tackle way across the sideline out there. And so a gain of about 2 on the play, so it's a 4th down play. Siplin staying out there with the offense. You know, last week he kicked a 54-yard punt, but this time he's in regular snap distance. Minute and 53 on the clock. See if he backs up a step. If he does, he will be punting.
Yeah.
And this time, let's hope he doesn't turn it over like he did last week. There's a punt, and that's a perfect punt. That one's going to stick.
Yeah, good job.
Great job.
2-yard line.
2-yard line. So Siplin this time didn't punt it as well as he did last game. That is a perfect punt.
Minute 35 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, and the Charlotte Tarpons' offense has been struggling. I'm sure our defense is going to dial it up here and try to get something out of this. A safety, turnover.
I know Tom down there wants the bear. He wants the 8-man front, and he wants the safety out of this thing. He wants them all in the box. He wants to dial in everybody in the house blitzing on this play. Ball's actually at the 4-yard line. Palmetto with a 4-man front. Jalen Wester. Look at those linebackers shifting around there. A little confusion out there on the defense. Now they get things settled down. Looks like they're coming, Ken.
They're coming.
And he keeps it. And he goes for a gain about a 1. Great play by Jalen Wester. Big baby makes another play.
I'd actually probably give more of that credit to number 50. I believe his last name's Riley. Is that correct, number 50?
Yeah, number 50 out there is Riley Jackson. He's 5'11", 265 pounds. But, man, does he play with low leverage, Tom. He's a hammer.
Did a great job wrapping up on that play. This quarterback's pretty shifty.
So now ball's on the 5, gain of about 1 on the play. Oh, and he's looking down this sideline. He's got a receiver, and look at Wester dropping back and covering, and then Jaquez Hughes has great over the top to safety. Could have completed that with a perfect throw, but Wester did a great job dropping way down the field out of his linebacker position.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of Derek Brooks with the famed Tampa Bay with the
Tampa 2, yeah.
The Tampa 2, the linebacker having to get back in coverage, and he's 215 pounds playing this year, getting down the field like that.
That's exactly what that was. That was like the Tampa 2 look, and then you've got to throw to the turkey hole.
Yes.
Off the Tampa 2, which is in between the safety. So that's what you saw there, Ken. Very good.
Let's see if they send the house this time, Tom.
I think it's coming.
Yes.
Hot snap. Throws it out there. Good route by the receiver. First down. Just a nice play. Great execution. Great throw by Boucher. L.J. Hewart comes up. But just a great route, great throw.
Yeah, that was they needed that to keep this drive alive, and having to punt out of the end zone would have not been good.
And Renault is drawn offside there, and he's not going to hide at 6'3", 255. Makes contact, so that'll be a 1st and 5. 48 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, he pushed back the lineman. If I'm going to jump offside, I'm gonna let everybody.
You took the words out of my mouth, Kitty. If you're going to jump offside, do it like that.
Just do it like that and let them know I'm here.
Yeah, you don't do it with your hands up over your head. Just go ahead and get you some. So 24-7, 48 on the clock. The Tarpons still alive here. Huge conversion on the last play. But Palmetto Tiger defense hanging tough, Tom.
You know, that coverage on the receiver was pretty loose. The receiver actually fell down, got back up, caught the ball, and then was able to get out of bounds.
Yeah, so we had kind of a soft corner on that one. This time they bring the big back in motion, cross formation, sets up shop, and there we're going to go with and that would not have worked. That was perfect defense there by the Tigers. That was Keon Jones that came across there. And number 32 for the Tiger, Gabe McDuffie, was all over that play.
Looked like a delay of game, boys.
Delay of game, but that one was going to go for about a 5-yard loss because 32 as he came across, that would have been a hand. 32, Gabe McDuffie was right in the perfect spot. Boy, the defense is playing pretty tight on this series. They got 2 receivers over here, kind of a reverse. There it is again. And really great play there by the Tigers. It looked like Augustin over there, but just great discipline.
Look great. 29 got him to come back inside, and then 17 cleaned it up.
Yep.
That was great teamwork there.
Perfect execution.
We haven't seen that play tonight, and they sniffed it out. He didn't have a chance.
Coaches on those screens, on those reverses and things, coaches are always screaming, contain, 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 and man, that was perfect by 29.
Yeah, sometimes being where you're supposed to be is just as important as making the play. And over there, Jordan Simpson. Again, the Simpson brothers are coming out. And this time he looks out there, throws out. Very nice route out there. And goes completion at the 32. He gave it. That's the close of third quarter. Palmetto leads 24-7.
And that also brings us to the end of the third quarter where Palmetto leads.
Hi, I'm Andy Egebrecht, and with my dad Don and brother Danny, we own Andros Boatworks. Andros boats are quality custom boats built right here in Sarasota. We depend on GMC Sierra trucks to pull our boats and get the job done. And we deliver boats both locally and internationally. I suggest you go to Conley Buick GMC. You'll see why we chose their family business to support ours. After 18 years and I don't know how many trucks, at Conley Buick GMC, I guarantee you'll be treated like family.
So tell me, what was actually the name of the award? It was you were the #1 stream in the streaming awards. Isn't that correct?
Correct.
All right, coming out of the break, Charlotte, 1st and 10. And this time,
somebody jumped.
We had jumping. And you know, one great thing about TigerVision presented by Conley Buick GMC, we've got some folks dialing in. Let us know that the kicker is a sophomore and the pronunciation of his name, Ken.
Gallardo.
So that is number 40, Joden Gallardo. That's nice. Sophomore. Thank you very much. It shows that people are watching TigerVision tonight. Is presented by Conley Buick GMC. We so appreciate you, #1 fans in the world, our fans, for watching.
Well, I appreciate them too, but I just spoke to number 40. He said it's Gallardo. Just saying. Thanks for the input, but you're wrong.
Well, that's what Gallardo. Okay, now Boucher takes this one. Nice gain on the play. Brings up about a 2nd and 10. Ball's at the 34-yard line, between 34 and 35-yard lines.
We had over 5,000 people watching the game last week or afterwards. But please remember to like and subscribe on YouTube there, and if you hit the bell, you'll get notified when we go live for the games.
11:20 on the clock, 2nd and 10. Augustin coming hard off the edge. He throws it out there. Nice route. It's just dropped. So really nice route. Receiver was open there. Incomplete pass.
That's the big 6'6" guy right there, #1.
Yep. Perfect.
Quarterback threaded the needle and put it right there. He just couldn't hang on to it.
And LJ did a good job cleaning that one up. But now it brings up a 3rd and 10.
That sometimes you look at these receivers and you think, man, that guy's just a stud, long arms. He's real tall. And then you see him drop the ball and you realize that's why they don't throw the ball to him more often.
Well, sometimes they figure that out. And so 3rd and 10. 11:10 on the clock. Zipper over here guarding the slot receiver. Chance Zipper. Here comes Wester. Oh, my goodness. He shakes out of it. He throws the long ball down late. Got a receiver. Great coverage by Simpson. Closes. Face guards, which you can do in high school. and knifes his arm there. It looked like clean coverage to me. Check it out.
Absolutely. He is on him like a shadow. Quarterback's running for his life, throwing up a Hail Mary, basically.
Clean.
Clean. And,
Clean.
And even number 4, Jaquez Hughes, there to help out if necessary. But
That
great
was
job.
just the way that Butch Hughes used to teach us with our mirror drills.
That's right.
You get your hands in there as his hand is up, coming up with the pass. You get your hand in right there with it. Thinking about Butch Hughes, you know, our basketball coach.
A lot of hard practices.
One of the great ones.
Yes.
It was like
he demanded excellence.
It was like, you know, I look at some of the stuff that Bobby Knight did, and I thought he didn't have anything on Coach Hughes.
No, and there were some chairs over at the junior college that will
and lockers
and the
that were broken.
That were that will attribute that.
But you know, the incredible thing, he could draw it up on the chalk like the one game that you were in, and he's going through fervently drawing it up. Gum pops out of his mouth, and he catches it off the short hop and continues to draw it up for those Palmetto Tigers. Coach Hughes.
Talking 100 miles an hour.
Love that man. He called us all son. All of us. 11 on the clock here, 24-7. Boucher looked. Nice looking ball over there. Receiver was open. Little bit more touch. It's very close, but incomplete pass.
I was just going to say, with Coach Butch Hughes, you know, we've talked about him. His daughter, Christy Wrench, Brian Wrench, they're probably watching tonight, great supporters of TigerVision. But he taught me how to drive. I was driver's ed, you know, and all that. He was great. But the best thing about Butch Hughes was that voice. He had that coach's voice, and it was so gravelly. I mean, he just sounded like a coach is supposed to sound.
He called us, I remember, by the way, we were all terrified. He called us by our last name, Barnador. Hey, Barnador.
Yes, that's from yelling at us.
I'm still nervous about it. 10:54 on the clock. Here, Charlotte, 2nd and 10. Here on Retro Night, homecoming for the Palmetto Tigers. Throws a slant right through the hands. Number 12. It's a really dry night tonight. Really, no excuses here. That's Taquan Kelly. Good route, great throw, and just an incomplete pass. 3rd and 10.
Both of those passes that have been dropped were like right on the money too. I mean, this quarterback is really putting the ball. He's got a great arm. He's putting the ball right where it's got to be. These receivers just can't come up with him.
Yeah, he comes in as their leading rusher as well. Passes the eyeball test, going 6'2", 200.
Yeah, and 3rd and 10. You know, we've seen him run and convert a lot of third and extremely long. This time he drops back and he throws the screen out there. Good block out there, and then beating the block. Great play with Zipper. Chance Zipper. If you watch him on the replay, watch him battle through that block and just make a great play. Just phenomenal play. Chance Zipper. Looks like it's a 4th and 4 here, and they're going to go for it here.
Two-down territory.
Or try to draw those Tigers off. We know that Boucher likes to run. Wester comes over here, covers the slot receiver. And he runs, and he's got it. Good run. Wester cleans things up, and he gets a big first down out of the play. So still in the game here, trailing 24-7, 9:59, 1st and 10 for the Tarpons.
Yeah, they're going to need to score on this to stay in this game. This is a must-win drive here for them.
He looks left, and this time the receiver catches the ball out there, and nearly a rub route over there. They had 2 receivers in the same area, and goes for about 7 yards on the play. So now he throws the long ball out there, single coverage. L.J. Hewitt really looked pretty good on the coverage out there. And then their late flag.
Yeah.
I didn't see.
Guys, that is a terrible call. He just ran stride for stride with him, had his hands out, but he didn't grab him. That's a terrible call.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking we're seeing up here, Tom. You have a very close look at it down there, trying to be nice up here. But
wait a minute.
No, it is, first of all,
double.
It's a.
Oh, we lucked out.
So they got a illegal procedure, not a false start. It's got to be illegal procedure, offsetting 2nd and 3.
Now, does he have to be looking at the quarterback?
No.
No, okay. All
Well,
right.
as long as he's not
He's running
making
stride for
contact, he's
stride.
running- and you can face guard in high school too.
Yes. Yes.
So let's say the ball hit him in the back, you can face guard in high school. I believe. And then long throw down the boundary, receiver. Wow.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, that big receiver turned on the Jets on that play, but ball overthrown, and that young man has a lot of potential out there.
I'll tell you, 15 was open on this sideline too. They're doing a little double move, and he's wide open down this sideline as well.
Gee,
Wow.
look at the size of that, and really, he could have got a foot down, and it'd been a great catch, but brings up 3rd and 3.
They're trying to get back in this game, but and actually a great call on 2nd and 3 to throw the home run ball.
So 3rd and 3. Boucher looks. He's probably running out of this one. Now he looks and he throws a hitch out. Very nice throw. Very nice throw. Receiver and the defender got tangled up with their footwork over there. No call on the play. So it's clean, so it'll be a 4th and 3.
Any guesses on what this is going to be? 4th and 3?
Yeah.
And everybody's dropping the ball?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, that kind of
six-
limits what you can do if you want to
I'm no
stay in
Nick
this team.
Saban, but I'm just saying.
And I'd say that old number 1, 6 foot, 200 pound, may be running this one to the power side of the formation. Let's see. Drops, quarterback draw, 1st down and more, big hit, 1st down. That one surprised me, Tom.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, teams sometimes pull tricks out of their bag you haven't seen all night. So 4th and 3, I mean, man, it's hard to scheme for that.
All right, so we got a 1st and 10 here. Charlotte driving, still in the game. 8 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock. A lot of time left. Boucher throws. He throws it out, and they drop it again. Another perfect pass. He's going to come out of this game with not the best QBR, but it's really not on the shoulders of Boucher out here tonight. A lot of dropped balls. Goodness.
Yeah, he came in 51 out of 89, well over 50, nearly 60%. But his receivers have not helped him tonight with at least 3 drops.
And then 8:52 on the clock, 2nd and 10. 4 receivers out there. Got a very fast start out there, and that one is great coverage. Mix up on the route, and Jaquez Hughes closes fast. Wanted to get that interception.
He was, I think he's a little frustrated with himself.
Pass intended for number 6, John Gamble.
I don't know, he's just so fast back there. He shouldn't have even been in that zip code, and he was still, because there wasn't a receiver in the area. The receiver ran out, and he's watching the quarterback's eyes and still nearly in position to make a play. He's way back there.
Center field, playing center field back there. They got 2 deep.
And this time Boucher looks, throws a nice looking route, and dropped again. Just a slant, easy slant, right in the breadbasket, right through the wickets. Incomplete pass.
Probably the first one that he threw into the ground. I mean, it's been pretty accurate with that little slant, but that one he threw into the ground, bounced up to the receiver.
No, Tom. We got a good look on that one up here. And it hit him right just below the waist.
Really?
Yeah. You know what you need? You need these TigerVision camera crew guys up here.
Ah.
Yeah, the good news is it stops the clock.
And you think he can run for 10 yards to keep this drive going?
No, not this time. 4th and 10. Shea runs to the right. Looks downfield, throws the long ball out there. Wide open receiver, and he catches it this time. Very close. This will be an interesting look. Looks like a touchdown.
You only have to have 1 foot in.
Only need 1 foot in, and I think he had that 1 foot in, and the 2nd foot came down on the line. But let's look at this one on the TigerVision replay.
Oh, we missed it on that one.
Yep.
Just a little bit, but
So
I saw it. Do you guys want to hear what I saw?
What'd you see?
Because you said before the cameras caught everything, so I'm just telling you. Yeah, he was he had both of his feet in. He was good. Obviously, they started when the quarterback rolls out. They're starting to they want to go after him and make a tackle, and man, the receiver ran right past 3 of them to get open in the end zone.
Yeah, it was a breakdown in coverage. Had to be.
So now here's good hold there by Boucher. The ball was dribbled back there, and then the kick was by Tyler Amaral for the extra point. So narrows the gap to 10 points, and now Palmetto leads this one 24-14.
If I was going to guess by the looks on the players' faces, Jock Hughes might have missed his assignment on that one. He looked pretty upset, and everybody was staring at him, and he had his hands on his head, so he may have been out of place.
Were they in a 2 deep like they were the play before, or was he single?
I didn't look at the setup beforehand, but yeah, he definitely.
It was. Yeah, it must have been a miscommunication or obviously a blown coverage. Wow, look at that score. Braden River 14-7 Southeast. We have to go to Southeast next week. Coach Marino will be back on the sidelines, too.
Coach Timmons doing great things over there at Southeast High School. He's trying to turn the corner and get the program back to those old traditions, of the 70s and 80s back there, 90s. They were killers, and he's done a great job over there.
There was a day, we're talking retro, when these two, Palmetto Southeast, would play the day before Thanksgiving on a Wednesday, the last game of the year, and then both the bands would play together at halftime, and they would had the Joe Canan Senior Award for the most valuable player in the game. Now, is that retro or what?
That's retro.
In the old Coral
Coast Conference, the old CCC.
CCC.
So we've got the hands team up here, boys.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They're going to.
Tom, you figured that out with the little numbers up here. We've got Zorian Gathers up here.
Notice that the players have not now they're good. Now they may kick it.
Sajel Hickson and Jaquez Hughes in the middle. They're probably not going to try that little squiver with the kicker recovering. So this time he drives the ball, and it's going to be a touchback. Amaral with great leg. He put it about 5 yards deep into the end zone.
So we're not out of the woods by any means here. There's still plenty of time. It's only a 10-point game. Offense needs to step up. They're definitely rested. So let's see what they can do.
Yeah, one thing that Tom would say is not to go conservative here and run every down. Tom's going to say roll it out there and let them play. There's Lori Moffitt checking in on Coach's Night. She's one of the greatest TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC fans out there. Siplin, jet sweep, cuts it inside. Great move. And goes for about a 3-yard gain on a play that shouldn't have gone for anything.
Yeah, jet sweep's been somewhat successful tonight. It's good to see these wideouts getting an opportunity to be runners and see what they can do. And we want to have a nice, long, sustained drive. Good amount of yardage there, so puts us in a good second in mid.
Exactly 8 minutes on the clock. Siplin looks things over. He's got Benson in the backfield. Fakes the option, keeps it, running. They try to strip it. They don't get it.
He's got it.
He's got a great run. And he's finally tackled at the 48-yard line.
He's carrying that ball like a loaf of bread. Makes you nervous, Keep
big
wing out there with that ball in it like last time.
With those long arms and
that flying elbow, that's.
And he's already got the first down. Great yardage. So don't try to do more than you need to here. Just get down and use this clock.
Talking about our community, I was just thinking about it. I was out and I saw some young kids playing football the other day, and I talked to Thomas Bell Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Thomas Bell Sr. watches all of our games out there in Spokane, Washington. And he was out coaching the young ones, the Palmetto Eagles, I believe. And now Siplin looks and throws it out. Nice route. Great throw. A 9-yard completion to Zorian Gathers.
Also see a little maturity right there. Early in this season, and anytime he played last year, that line opened up. He could have run for 6 or 7 yards easily right there, and he stayed in the pocket and threw that ball.
I tell you what, potentially he's got a quick release. He's 6'4", 205. He can run, and he throws a very nice ball, tight spiral. And
he's confident in what he's doing.
He is only going to get better week to week to week. 7:06 on the clock here in the fourth quarter for Siplin. Hands it to Benson. Nice little jump cut there, driving forward. First down on the play. Good block up there. Bruss was out there, and Jillian Chatilla out there really doing a good job in the middle of the line. 63's out there tonight, and 63 is Kareem Ismail. Love that name. 6 foot, 275-pound senior. And you can see that it looks like that front of the Charlotte line is beginning to – hands are on the knees. Looks like they're starting to wear down a little bit, Ken.
Yeah, absolutely. Offensive line has played very well tonight, opening holes and providing great pass protection.
Siplin, jet sweep. And really nowhere to go. Reverses his field, trying to get a block. Good block.
Oh, there's nobody there.
And he is he's right at the goal line. Ball comes out.
He's down.
And he
did not get out of bounds. Well, maybe he did.
No, I don't believe he fumbled it through the back of the end zone for a touch. And
watch Josh Siplin here down the field here. He will throw a block. See him? Coming back.
If that's on Xander's, I mean,
it's on 55, I believe.
Yeah, I really didn't like that one because he was coming back. You know, in 1980 and 1990, that would never be called. But that's not a defensive player. He was very close to the back, but it's the old crackback. In today's game, that's going to be a penalty. And you got a 300-pounder in Quentin Xanders coming back. Good to see that he's healthy, back in the game. But kind of a
Matt Kazar stands for traditional American values. He stands with law and order, not for defunding it. Matt will keep Palmetto safe because he sees what has happened across our great nation. This is not the time to put radicals in office. It's a time for us to unite against them. It's time to vote Matt Kazar for Palmetto City Commission.
6:11 on the clock. Palmetto Tigers with a 24-14 lead. Ball's at the 40. Now this one.
And we have to get to the 30, but it's the other 30.
Now don't look at the clock. Just look at the sticks, Tom. It's first and what?
Oh, wow. It 31. Is first and
it's 31.
He's got his
31, Ken.
Yeah,
31.
He had to take his shoes off to get past 20 there. So 6:11 on the clock. Siplin, he's got Sajel Hickson in the backfield. Hands the ball off Sajel and runs into his defender there and goes for no gain on the play. So that'll be a loss of 2 on the play. So we'll call it first and 33, or second and 33.
Yeah, if we can't get the first down here, that's not the end of the world. But the one thing they want to do is keep the clock moving here. It'll be our friend here as we try to wind this game down.
Now this is the opportunity when the screen plays will go. When you've got a third or second and forever like this, you're going to have the defenders dropping back, playing soft generally. Mm-hmm. And that's the time that you can be effective on some screen plays.
Watch him.
This time they run the option. Sajel Hickson goes to the edge, tries to run through a defender, and he's going to be out at the 42-yard line. So that brings up a third, and we've got a helmet off on Brust, our offensive tackle out there, number 74, had his helmet off. So you have to wonder if there was a hands to the face, because for the offensive lineman helmet to go off like that, there may have been hands to the face by Charlotte on that. We'll see.
That would be a nice gift here if that's what truly happened. Sajel getting out of bounds actually stops the clock.
And that's not a now it's on the Tigers.
Nope. Here we go.
Preliminary indication.
Maybe offsetting.
Holding.
Personal foul on the Tigers. Personal foul. So it's just going to be just the holding there, spot foul from the points to that. brings up. Tom, look at the sticks over there in second and one.
Yeah, you're
What
on
you got
your
for
own
me?
this time. I'm not going to help you.
51. No idea.
Fingers up here in the press box, folks.
Yeah, so it's from the 29 to the other 29, Tom. That's an easy one. That's a layup. 50 is right.
Well, we're up to, they gave us 10 yards.
Come back up this way. And now it's from the 39 to the 29. So that's 40 yards away, I would say, right?
I have no idea, guys. You know, math is never my strong point. I'm more of a history/English guy. Math and science. I'm not a STEM guy. I don't make robots. It's just not my thing.
But you're good.
I'm just good at talking.
You're just really good at what you do,
I don't
Tom.
know what I'm saying. I'm good at saying
You're
stuff.
just smooth. That's all.
This doesn't make any sense, but that's okay.
Now, this is a tough situation for the Tigers. They're going to run it with Sajel Hicks, and he bounces off a tackle, creases him, and he's at the 50, and he's at the 40, and he's going to be tackled right at the 39, so that brings up a 4th and 10 now.
First down, but big play.
So you're going to leave the offense out there.
Yeah,
4
just to
minutes
run
and
the
50.
clock.
Sure, 4 minutes and 57 seconds. You know, and you've got Benson in the backfield now. Sajel Hickson now going to the slot over on the right sideline. Zorian Gathers out here along with number 13, which is Quay Smith.
Yeah, they got up to the line quick, but I'm glad they're taking their time.
Ooh, and now you got Benson in the slot. This is where I love that little arrow route with Benson here. And it's a kick.
He kicked it.
Nice.
Get under and cover it.
How about it?
You can catch it.
And there you go. Benson goes down there and downs this one on the 13-yard line. So 24 to 14, Palmetto Tigers are leading in this one. You know, Charlotte, 4 minutes and 23 seconds on the clock. There is a chance, you know, only trailing by 10.
Yeah, they're going to have to step it up. With their score last time, they took a lot of time. They're not going to have it this time. They're going to need 2 scores here, and what would be great here is it's time for the defense to do a pick six or some sort of easy touchdown.
Let them run the underneath stuff, catch it, tackle them, keep the clock running. Charlotte does have 2 timeouts remaining on the clock, and now stoppage of play.
Brian, in case you were wondering, I'm standing on the 30, so that's 57 yards from the line of scrimmage over on the 30. Just took me a minute to get the math, but I got it.
You know they have calculators on phones these days. I wasn't looking at you down there, Tom.
I have a flip phone.
You know, I graduated in 81, Tom. What is the square root of 81?
No, for 9.
There you
Hey,
go.
great job.
That's right.
Jeez, you guys are killing me.
So 1st and 15. Yeah, that's why the sideline job, the Arctic Air sideline job, Scott Whitaker has to enjoy this because it is the toughest job on the crew. Other than the guys in the truck, the guys in the camera. Kenny and I
We're just along for the ride here. We're just blessed to be here.
It's definitely the most hazardous. You know, I'm here, the kids stink, and they're running off the sidelines. The balls are flying over my head. I mean, it's just, you know, the sideline's a little perilous. I don't have a chair.
But you got those good feet.
I have some great feet. But it's very comfortable tonight. Arctic Air sideline, Scott Whitaker. He's dialed up some nice weather for us tonight. It's like 78 degrees. It feels nice and comfortable here, and it's not too humid, which that's the big thing. So it is definitely a nice night for football.
Yeah, you know, we've got great sponsors. You know, Arctic Air does some other things. They do plumbing and, you know, not just air conditioning.
Electric.
And I was thinking about our sponsors at Apex over office supplies over there. Brent Hoopengarner, and, you know, some of those nice, comfy office chairs that they have right there in Bradenton. Kenny and I are sitting on these hard metal
They
chairs
are hard.
tonight. Back's killing you. And it's time to make that trip. And their offices are located, they've got some really great chairs over there in the old Keaton's office.
Yes, yeah, right
And,
across the
you
bridge.
got
Manatee.
Chad Hoopengarner over there.
Maybe they could send us one of those shiatsu chairs on the sideline here, and I could sit in that and do the report from that.
What great advertising.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, they got some good stuff over there. It's time. It's time to swing over there. And they've always, over years, whether my businesses have been big business or small business, they've always treated me, the Hoopengarner family have always treated me like royalty. And even my parents, the things that they've done over the years for us, they've just a great Palmetto family. Actually lived in Ellington on Sally Leaf Drive. Tom, don't correct me. Here they go. Oh, he rolls, and he's going to have a big scramble, and this step out of bounds, and he's out on the 15-yard line. So nice scramble, stops the clock. You know, they're not dead yet. You know,
no, they're not.
And
I think he was motivated to get out of bounds because Jalen Wester was chasing him.
So after that scramble, it brings up the second.
Yeah, they ran a little.
Missed him right there.
There's that route. They ran a little rub route there, and nearly had somebody slip down. You know, slip out of that, and then Boucher probably decided to run that because he thought they may drop it, even if they're open out there tonight. But Boucher has really been impressive tonight for Charlotte. Now he looks. He's got an open receiver. And at this time makes the catch and good tackle out there, but that's number 8. Nice. Jacquez Hughes over for the tackle, but number 8 is Keon Jones.
Keon Jones with the first down.
Yeah, he's been silent a little bit tonight, but wide open on that for a nice gain.
And he runs out of the running back slot. He's a good runner also. This one's high. So that one kind of sailed on him, goes incomplete, stops the clock with 3 minutes and 58 seconds.
Another big breakdown in coverage on that previous play. Receiver standing, running wide open by himself, not really sure what's going on in this back end.
Well, what they're doing, Tom, they're putting 2 receivers almost on top of each other over there, and then they're just looking for confusion, like you were playing man-to-man defense with, and you have to communicate with the help, and you get a switch. And then sometimes somebody, breaks off of that wide open. Sorry for the basketball analogy there, but that's what they're doing. And sometimes that formation will slip them out there. We've seen some big plays off of that in college. Now Boucher looks. He's got really intense pressure there by Augustin. Now he throws it out of bounds, and that's fine, perfectly fine. No grounding on the play because he's way outside the tackle box, got the ball across the sticks. That's a heads-up play by a quarterback there, Ken.
Yeah, absolutely. Rivera hit him. He's walking off a little hurt there. Hit him right as he threw it. So no grounding.
So
coming up
goodness,
here,
look at
right
Ormsby.
there.
Yeah, and Ormsby covered a ton of ground from his right tackle defensive line position, nearly on the far side. That was impressive. 3rd and 10, ball on 38. Here's that tight little formation over here to the right boundary.
Right there.
Yep, that's what you're seeing right there, Ken. And what you'll see, they're going to both run at number 29 there. That's a conversion point, and you try to get lost in the coverage there. So what the receivers will do there out of that formation, they're going to run that right at our defender, which is Jordan Simpson out there. And then they'll move off that. This time they're side by side. Simpson's back there right at the marker. He rolls to the left. He's being chased by Augustin. He's got a lot of yards, and then he's going to be tackled by Ormsby and a host of Tigers, and he's short of the first down. Good game.
And he did not get out of bounds, so the clock continues to run.
Yeah, so what Charlotte needs to do, first of all, convert the 4th down play. From this point forward, you still have 2 timeouts left. You want to throw the ball. If you do throw it short of the markers, you want to immediately call a timeout, but you're going to throw past the markers. If they do pick this first down up, looking ahead. 3 minutes 11 on the clock. Boucher looks and he throws out. That's low. Incomplete.
Short.
That's a turnover on downs. Good pressure there by Augustin. Kind of created, got a little pressure back there, which kind of forced him to throw that one just a little early.
Yeah, you're exactly right. He made that play. The receiver was open. All he had to do was turn around and catch it, but the ball was plenty short. Just because the little bit of pressure they put on forced him to throw it a little early.
And Cedric Augustin, or we'll call him Augustine, we'll need to talk to him about the pronunciation of his name. Great game tonight. 5'11", 220-pound sophomore linebacker. He's had a great game. He's laid it all out on the line, and he's gassed. .305 on the clock. Palmetto Tigers. Bunch formation. Oh, I like this. This is kind of your non-spread offense. Siplin takes it, runs inside, and goes for about a 6-yard gain on the play.
Good gain on the play.
Now, what you do out of this formation, it's like an inverted non-spread offense, and what you can get out of that is crossing routes. So you have them all bunched over there. Everybody's inside the hashes, and then you can have a crossing route, but I think you'll see the Tigers run the ball with 2 minutes and 35 seconds.
Yeah, they just want to get past that chain and get the first down and run this clock out.
Sajel Hickson in the back there with Siplin. Handoff to Sajel Hickson, running hard, running low, breaks a tackle, still driving, and he's got the first down, and then the flag comes out. Unless there's a flag.
Yeah, it's going to be close, but we'll see what.
Might have been a face masking there. I doubt that was a personal foul. I'm gonna guess that it was a face mask.
I think you're right.
Looked like Sajel might have had a face mask on the defender.
Personal foul, face mask on Sajel Hickson. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Stops the clock.
Let's see if we can pick it up there.
Yeah, that's a play that is normally not called on the offensive player.
Oh, yeah, he grabs him right there, yeah.
He grabbed and hung on there. Good call by the official.
You can stiff arm, right? But
just
you can't
hold.
You can't hold it.
Second 15, 2 minutes on the clock. Palmetto Tigers looking to run here. Two receivers wide right, one single out here to the left. Soren gathers. He hands it off Sajel Hickson, bounces it out, looking for the edge. He's got a corner, trying to get a block, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 38-yard line. There's another flag on the sideline.
Looks like it was a broken play, nowhere to go. So
look, Sajel, he switches the ball to his left hand, and he's going to get a stiff arm out there. There's one.
Oh, he lays nice blow there. Let's see what the call is. Other way.
Personal foul and
like targeting.
Targeting.
Yeah, I think so.
Did you see a targeting on that, Tom?
I did not. The coaches were blocking it on the sideline, but he clearly called it as targeting. So I guess he lowered that head.
So moves the chains, first down.
Tough call there on Charlotte. At this point in the game, that's probably going to be the dagger here as the Palmetto Tigers lead 24-14, 1 minute 34 seconds left, first down.
We'll see them burn timeouts. So.
Benson goes over and gets into the slot formation. Now going into the backfield is Elzavian Houston. He's a good runner. And this time a great play there by number 40, and that is Garrett Luce, or Lucy, L-U-C-E, the junior linebacker, but really fine play.
Give your parents a call.
Clock's winding.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, and no turnovers right now.
Yeah,
hold on to that ball, and the clock's our friend. And they're just letting it run.
At this point, on retro night, this is where Dandy Don.
Yeah,
I'm leaving it out there for you, Ken. Turn out the lights, the party's over. The clock is down to 36. Sajel Hickson is back here. Victory formation for the Tigers. Hard-fought game here. Clock's winding. Siplin's just going to take a knee.
This penalty?
You got a penalty out there.
On the victory formation.
Delay a game. Jeez.
Oh, boy.
Is this game ever going to end?
I think so. I think we got one more play, and very doubtful that Charlotte would take a timeout after this. So this should just about do it here. Siplin takes a knee. Clock is winding. 23 on the clock. Palmetto Tigers are going to come out with a victory here on homecoming night, retro night. A lot of fun here during this game. We thank the guys down in the TigerVision trailer out there for putting on a great show for us tonight. A lot of fun. But your Palmetto Tigers are out of this one with a 24-14 win.
Yes. Early on in the game, I was hoping to see 4 quarters, a complete game. We saw that tonight. Defense was bend but not break. Offense was able to move the ball, and we played very well on special teams, and I believe we won the turnover battle. So really everything I thought they needed to do tonight, they were able to step up and for a big win as we get ready to head into another rough game next week across the bridge playing Southeast.
Yeah, and that should be an interesting game as Tom is getting down there. Coach Brazelton is rallying the troops down there, and really a pretty hard-fought game tonight. And tonight's final score from Hartley Stadium, and I'm not wrapping it up here. The Tiger Band, we're going to play for those Palmetto Tigers. Great to hear the band out there. And then we're going to pick up some interviews with Tom Porter. So just sit back and enjoy it for a second to our audience, and we'll pick up the coverage here after the band and Assistant Coach Brazelton.
Hurry up, take a knee. Hey, them district ones ain't easy, guys. But again, we got to clean up the mistakes. The alignments, the assignments, offense, defense, there were less. Okay, and then the penalties. We let those guys hang around, okay? I thought that could have been a 42-7. Right, 35-14 game. And again, the 14, we talked to Jock. The kid makes all sorts of plays. One bad play, I'll take it. We'll coach it up in the film room, okay? The effort, though, we talked about in the locker room. We needed great effort on everything. I thought the effort was great. Again, some of the technique stuff we're going to continue to work, okay? But, again, thought you guys fought hard. You fought for 48 minutes. That's for darn sure. Okay, we still got to clean some stuff up. Guys, laser sharp focus. Everything we do, we don't do anything for no reason. Okay, everything we do is important, and you see why. Games like this, right, they could have came back, said, whoever it was on the onside kick, great job. I mean, it is a team effort, guys. And tonight I thought we had a great team effort. Again, we got to clean some stuff up, and, hey, see you tomorrow. Enjoy the win.
All right, guys, I'm up here with Coach. Coach dragging some hot dogs and hamburgers for the for the players. Hold on one second there. He's feeding the offensive line first. Feeding the offensive line first. I love it. I wish it was low carb, but I'd have some myself. All right, Coach. Coach, great win, hard-fought win, obviously. You said it. District games are tough. You know, homecoming games, you're used to scheduling some cupcakes. Well, Charlotte didn't come in and play like a cupcake tonight. The team fought hard. Talk a little bit about the perseverance this team showed tonight and coming out with a victory.
Yeah, I mean, like I told him, we talked to him. Great job. Hold on. Guys, kill that. Get that stuff, get out of here so he can put his box away. Anyway, yeah. Again, great effort by those guys. Charlotte, we knew they weren't going to lay down. They're a 4-1 ball club. A lot of people don't know. They beat Braden River by 2 touchdowns, and they're a good football team, man. I thought we played a little bit better tonight than we have, and we played for 4 quarters, something we didn't do last week and maybe the week before, right? We were up on Braden River and kind of had a bad second half. So, you know, tonight we stayed the course. Again, we still got stuff we got to clean up. Gee, we're working, though. I promise you we're working. We're in the film room. We're coaching these guys as hard as we can. We're going to keep doing it. And, again, we get Coach Marino back next week. He can have it. Thank you. I'm done. It's been fun. Hey, I at least got us out of here with a winning record. And, you know, thanks to these guys, all the coaches, Coach Marino for trusting me. Our admin's been supportive of everything we do. And just a big win on homecoming against a very, very well-coached, tough football team.
Josh Shiplin seems to be improving. He seems to be making strides. He misses a wide-open receiver early in the game. The same play's called later, and he lasers it right in there. Talk about his development as a quarterback and as a leader on this team.
Again, he's a new guy without spring, especially a quarterback. You know what I mean? All the reps, the summer 7-on-7. He's only going to continue to get better. As we progress, hopefully we can keep knocking down some wins and get rolling come playoff time because I'm excited to see where he's going to take this football team. Coach Ty's working his tail off with that kid. He's receptive to everything he's getting coached on, critiqued on. He was laser sharp in pregame, so I had a feeling I knew he was going to kind of rise to the occasion. We got to clean up some ball security. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, the coverage bust down here late, that hurt, but from a kid that does everything right. You know what I mean? So we'll get that right. A little miscommunication there, but again, back to Josh Siplin again. He is just getting better and better and better. And like I said, I can't be more proud of him and Coach Ty because they're putting in the time. They're trying to get better, and you're starting to see the results on the field week in and week out.
Talking about that back end, defense played great all night. Couple of, just miscues. But talk about, is it the Simpson brothers? The two Simpson brothers with the 2 interceptions early in the game and their impact on that secondary. They seem to be like lights out.
Simpson squared 2.0, whatever you want to call it. And, it was good to see Jordan join the party. Sheldrick, one of their coaches said something, it doesn't matter who, but he's like, well, Three's got the length. He's got everything you want. And Three's a great player. I'm not taking anything away from Three, but Sheldrick has dog, heart, everything you want. I'll take that kid every day. And they tried him tonight, and all he does is show up.
All right, great win, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations. All right, guys, just going to shut this down real quick. The band walking out. Great night, great effort by the Tigers. Defensively seems to be, we're great on defense. We're working things out. We're getting better every week. Everybody makes the playoffs this year. It's a district win, but still, it's the pride. You want to fight and get better every week. So when we do hit the playoffs, and I believe we're playing Blake in the first play-in game, just be hitting on all cylinders, and we seem to be getting better as the year's going on. A couple of miscues the last couple of weeks, but hey, you learn from those things and you move on. Back to you.
Hey, thanks very much, Tom. We appreciate you very much for making the effort to get in tonight. I know you had a very active day today, but your kind of glue keeps all the broadcast together here. And a special thanks again to the guys with the TigerVision crew, the production crew in the Eye of the Tiger trailer out there. Just phenomenal night. And oh dear, I'm Brian Varnador, and pictured here is Ken Burton Jr. And that's old 1514 4th Street in my house. And we thank everybody for the great fun that we've had tonight here with our community. Tonight's final score from Harley Stadium in Palmetto, Florida. The Palmetto Tigers 24, the Charlotte Tarpons 14. Be sure to join us again next week, Friday night, October 23rd, as the Tigers travel to Bradenton to take on the Southeast High Seminoles. We once again want to thank the number one fans in the world. It's our fans, for watching us on TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC. Fans, be sure to click on and like and then subscribe to our channel, and we will keep you current on Palmetto High football. I'm Brian Varnador, wrapping it up. Thanks for watching Palmetto Tiger football. One town, one team. Go Tigers.